Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Cap Nation Live, Saturday, the 17th of October. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have everybody back tuning in with us. Another day, another dollar, another 2-0 on free plays yesterday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. Kind of hard to read the comments when you guys use just all capital letters. You need to make a quick bet. Who do I got? I have no fucking idea. Welcome, everybody. Cap Nation Live. You want to know who I got? Get on board. And do me a favor. Don't spread misinformation, all right? Especially about a site sponsor of ours. BetOnline is under a DDoS attack. If you don't know what it is, use Google. We know you have the power to use the internet. Rather than spread misinformation by saying BetOnline is in trouble, something that you don't know anything about, so don't speak out of your asshole, all right? Let's speak facts. So use Google. Either that or go pound sand. Definitely don't spread misinformation, especially about somebody that pays to keep this show rolling, regardless if they're under a cyber attack or not. There you go. Brad, good morning, my brother in Australia. How are you, sir? Shane, Nathan, Greg, what's going on? Again, you guys need a new or used home, big, large, small, or tiny. Get with Tiny's new and used homes. If you need Greg's contact information, I'll be more than happy to put you in touch with him. He's in the Mississippi area. Christy Thornton, good morning. Thunder MVP, Tar Heel Tim, Michael, good morning. We're on the Jets, baby. The Jets today, all day long. If you could play the Jets today and they're playing today, I would take them. Only today, though. If they're playing tomorrow, I would not take them. Real Champ, good morning. No, there is no buy personal plays, get UFC free today. I haven't ran that promotion in a long time. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. All right. Who else is here? Mr. Foster. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, they need to come back online, and they will. They will. If you guys don't know what a DDoS attack is, let me tell you, they suck. All right, they happen to every company, from Best Buys to Costco.com to Wells Fargo, to every major financial institution. You've logged on the app and it's been crashed, right? And it's never worked, or it didn't work, or their website, you can't log in. When you logged back in finally, your money was there, right? Okay. Same scenario. Same scenario. Suck? Yeah. End of the world? No. But if you guys are only giving yourself one option to bet, here's your opportunity to actually expand your horizon and start betting like, a sharp bettor, people that actually shop lines and do their thing. You should always have more than one avenue to bet. That's for sure. That's for sure. LT, my brother, good morning. Check your account. You've got access to the Guaranteed Saturday. Nathan, good morning. I didn't even need to read the news to know that Nick Saban or listen to watch ESPN to know that Nick Saban would be playing or would be on the sidelines for the game today while the players are playing. Of course he would. It's Nick Saban. He ain't missing the game against Georgia. Pat, good morning. Says, damn, BetOnline under cyber attack. Rumor or truth? Well, it's truth because they posted it on their website. But they're under a DDoS attack. And if you guys, again, if you don't know what it is, it's when they literally send hundreds of thousands of spam traffic to your site to lock it down, basically. And they hold it at ransom. Yeah, we'll stop doing this when you pay us. So you either have to pay the ransom or you have to rebuild. And they're probably going back in there using their last update, which it probably updates by the minute or by the hour or whatever it is, and then manually putting in every ticket, every transaction after that. They generally start in the middle of the night, which is apparently that one did as well. But no, Mr. Brown, I actually just see your email right now. I apologize, I was not on my email this morning. But yeah, no UFC with the purchase of a 3-day package. Kyle B, what's going on, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Mr. Brown, are we rolling yet? We are rolling. Rolling. Mr. Jerry Valdez, my brother, what's going on? Mr. O'Neill, how you doing, sir? Good morning. Sawyer, what's going on? Tim, Mr. Martinez, how about them Astros, right? How about them Astros? Wow, I was actually tracking the Liverpool English Premier game. They scored at the 90+3 mark, and VAR disallowed the goal. Wow. Absolutely, Astros have been rolling. We've been cleaning up on them as of late. Dan McCarthy, what's going on? Christopher, what's going on, sir? Good morning. Good morning. The other Christopher, good morning. Brandon says, how about that guy dropping $500,000 on the Dodgers? It was probably fake. There probably was no $500,000. It was probably all hype. Sounds great. It gets you talking about it in here, right? Yeah, Pat, it's definitely time to change the intro. One day we'll get it updated. I might just play it blank. Just mute it. Maurice, what's going on? Danny F, good morning. It's going to be a great day. Brad, I knew you were on it. I see your comment goal. And then they disallow it on us, huh? That one sucks. NBA Real Tape, what's going on? It's 9:30 there in the Philippines. Hot diggity dog. Glad to have you tuning in. Where's my brother Jay Hugh? G. Williams. Good morning. Neverez. Good morning. Got me on the big screen, Mr. O'Neill. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Jolly Green Records. Good morning. How long do I think it'll take Bet Online? It could literally take hours to days. Honestly, I have no clue. They did reach out. They were watching the show yesterday. Funny thing is they actually watched the show. One of the guys there that's in charge of all their advertising watches the live show. He's actually a fan of the show. And he has reached out. They let me know ahead of time. Not ahead of time, but as soon as I got off the live show yesterday, what was going on. And kept me informed. But again, I don't know. I don't know when, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, I'm not in the know for when they rebuild their server. But I would imagine it's sooner rather than later, hopefully, because trust me, one, every day that they're down, that's money lost for them, as well as I would imagine the average person's user confidence probably goes down with the same, with it being down, I would imagine, the average person's confidence in their ability to, how secure is it, or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, it's definitely not something that I'm concerned about. They'll be back up. Your money will be back in your account, just like it'll be back in mine. What's funny is I was getting ready to do a nice cash out yesterday during the live show, and lo and behold, we get that literally when I get into the office and I check. I was going to do a cash out the evening before, and I guess I should have. And here I was getting ready to do a cash out. And we got to wait. We got to wait. Unfortunately, it's it's the shitty part. But, if you need another option, there's plenty of them out there. Google will be your friend. Obviously, YouTube doesn't, if you guys remember, YouTube doesn't allow us to discuss those. On the live chat. Remember what happened last time when we were discussing Bet Online coming on board? They smacked our hand so fast. They smacked our hand so fast it put us in timeout. Anthony, good morning. Mr. Brackens, good morning. Alrighty, so nonetheless, what do we got planned for today? First of all, it's going to be another fantastic day. Just like it was yesterday. Tim, will I be going back to 5 dimes? Why would I? They won't be, they'll be legal in whatever state they apply in, and that's it. And I would imagine that would be like Colorado, which would do me no good here. But no, we have a long-term, sponsorship agreement. I mean, it doesn't bind me to bet. I mean, I could bet wherever. I could bet wherever I want. And trust me, I was betting yesterday. One site being down wasn't going to stop. Wasn't going to stop me from placing wagers, that's for sure. Rio C, what's going on? Exactly, Rio will probably apply in Pennsylvania or Colorado, one of those two that are fairly easy to get in. But again, they're not going to affect where I'm betting or you got to have options. You got to have options. And here's the reasons why. Jolly Green Giant, you got to wait. That part, I mean, I do feel for you. It sucks. It sucks. It is, but it is what it is. A DDoS attack can happen anywhere. Eventually, they happen to every single, sports book that's out there. It just happened to DraftKings in the United States. They were down for, theirs was only down for a day, but they caught it ahead of time. They caught it in the very, beginning stages because they did it during the daytime. I think that was like 6 months ago. Randy G, will I be going over the Memphis game? We're going to try. Good morning. Amaris, good morning. Am I going to break down the fight? I don't do the fights. The fight is not my department, let me tell you. Let me tell you, the fight, UFC is not my department. We've got a specialist for that. We've got a specialist for that. That one is definitely not me. But we do have the UFC, and let me tell you, it's a killer deal. It is an absolute killer deal. Speaking of the UFC, buy the max fight pick, the guaranteed max fight pick, and you get the entire card free. Not a bad deal. Ja'Cory Royal, good morning. James, good morning. Says he took a 4-team teaser. Scott, good morning. Scott says not naming names, but Bovada isn't too shabby. You know, and here's the reasons why, guys, that you need to have multiple outlets. First of all, line shopping. You want to be successful, you need to have the ability to shop around and get the best line. Because, I mean, let's be honest, in order to be successful, you generally have to beat the closing line. You need the best possible line. Pay the least amount of juice over the course of the long haul. You know, and as far as spreading it out goes, definitely. I don't keep all my eggs in one basket, even if I did. Did I have a lot of money in the bet online? Yeah, absolutely. The funny thing is, I was getting ready to do a cash out with you guys while we were live to show you guys how it worked. Because the first cash out that I did with them literally took 29 minutes for 12 grand. But we'll wait to do that. You know, I myself personally, and we're not allowed to really talk about offshores here, but I didn't have much good luck with Bovada myself personally, especially if you're trying to bet larger amounts. The cash outs were horrible. Now maybe it's changed, but the cash outs were horrible. Dizzy, what's going on? Nice cash yesterday. Stack up, good morning. So, now, as far as what are we going to do today? Well, first of all, we got 2 baseball games that are going to be absolutely awesome. I got news for you. We got college football, but I got to tell you, man, there's some lemon games out there this week. William tuning in via text, good morning. We have been dealt some lemon games this week. And maybe it's still the aspect that I just don't like diving right into conference play. Ameris, yeah, FanDuel's great. FanDuel, as long as it's in your state, you're good. Brandon says you missed out on a $1,000 day yesterday. Andre says rise and grind. We're going to. We're definitely going to. Alrighty, so Brandon, what's your name on Twitter? If you don't want to say it, you can text it to me, Mr. Foster. Yeah, Michael, they did. Infamous Weiner was telling me about that. And that was a crock. That was definitely a crock yesterday. The total that they did on that one. Sophia Smith, good morning. Our brother from Russia, Privyet. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Have no clue what you said in Russian. But welcome. Glad to have you back. Chicken Sauce says Pitt and the points. Tom in the house. What's going on? What is going on? So for everybody that doesn't know and has been living under a rock and you don't get our emails or... No, Glockman, he's good. He's our brother from Russia. He's good. Or if you guys have been living under a rock and you don't follow me on Twitter, which you should, guaranteed Saturday, because the Astros won yesterday. Because the Astros won yesterday, guaranteed Saturday is 50% off. You have to enter the promo code 50SAT, all one word, 50SAT. 50SAT. Dizzy says he leans the Braves today. Dodgers are toast. Dodgers are never out of it, in my opinion. And trust me, I'm a lifelong Braves fan. Waiting to celebrate. Waiting to celebrate. Thank you, Brandon. I'll remove that there. Thank you, Brandon. Jeff says you should follow me, meaning I should follow Jeff. I didn't even know you were on Twitter, old man Jeff. I didn't know they let you on Twitter. Real Champ says the Dodgers are looking fire now. I wouldn't necessarily say the Dodgers are looking fire now. The Braves went out there and threw shit up against the wall, and they were hoping it would stick for yesterday's game, knowing that they've got their two aces to try and close out the series. But again, against the Dodgers, nothing's ever over until it's over. Until that final out against the Dodgers, it's never over. Send me a message on Twitter, Jeff. That way I know it's you. It is. First to 4, and no lead is ever safe with the Dodgers, that's for sure. Senior Citizen Home lets you on for 45 minutes. Very nice. Very nice. Glad to see they're letting you out. But yeah, it ain't over. Braves can choke just like the Rays did. The odds of that happening are probably slimmer. But again, all's fair in love and war, and anything is possible when you're dealing with not only the Dodgers, but also when you're dealing with the Braves. The other LT, Locke, what's going on? Time to get that loot. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely. Pat, they definitely did. They definitely did. We're going to do a full little recap of what we did. Games yesterday were fantastic. Free plays went 2-0. Premium plays went 3-1. My personal plays went 3-1 with the unofficial, official game of the week winner yesterday. Hot diggity dog, SMU and Tulane over 65.5. Put out a teaser on SMU plus the 1, as well as the over 58 in that teaser. That was nice. BYU and Houston first quarter over. Easy money. Easy money. Premium plays went 3-1 yesterday. The Astros plus 1.5. And when they were winning, I talked the bosses into, because I know a lot of you asked me, was Guaranteed Saturday going to be on sale 50% off again? And I didn't know. And I didn't know. Sorry, multitasking. Everybody blowing up my phone at once. So, the Astros were up. We all had the Astros as a premium play, plus 1.5. I had a little money line wager on it. I cannot deny. Somebody in the company, one of the bosses, had a very big money line wager and also has them to advance to the World Series on a futures bet, which I thought he was crazy making, but hey, it's looking better. When they were down 3-0, somebody made a big futures bet, and they're definitely looking to cash it. They get a hedge today. But nonetheless, because the Astros won, I got them to do Guaranteed Saturday at 50% off. So just enter the promo code 50SAT, and it'll take 50% off. Dan, I think it was plus 2,500 to win the series and 5,500 to win the World Series. Where are the odds on that one? There's 2 tickets I know of. There's 2 tickets. I think it's plus 2,500 and plus 5,000. Something like that. Something crazy. And they're in the 4-digit range. That's the funny part. Astros are definitely on a heater, but hey, guys, Game 7s. You got to throw out all the stops. Managers come into play. How about that, managerial skills by Dusty Baker late in the series? Trusting Greinke when he needs to trust him. Players getting the job done. They've always kept their head held high, and you ain't ever out of it. Glockman is true. Buy the UFC Guaranteed Max Fight Pick, and you will get the entire fight card free. All right, so we are going to break down the games. We're going to jump right into it. So again, premium plays: Houston Astros plus 1.5, LA Dodgers, Atlanta Braves over 9. Both of those winners. BYU Houston first quarter over, which I gave you guys all for free yesterday. Which, speaking of free, we need to get this free play board wiped clean because it's got yesterday's free plays and date on it. So, free play winner. Sorry, got to see you go. Winner, sorry, got to see you go. Yesterday was a great day. We're going to make today the same, all right, guys? So there we are. We will get something up there shortly for everybody. It is going to be a fantastic Saturday, let me tell you. Some of your guys' comments on YouTube, and it's not even you guys, it's just the trolls, crack me up. 3-1 premium plays, and the only one we lost yesterday was Houston plus 4, who had a little meltdown late. I had a nice little run with Houston there, and unfortunately they couldn't hold it out, and we had them at plus 4, so that was the only loss yesterday for premium plays. My personal plays, the only one we lost was the team total over 3.5 on the Atlanta Braves. They ended up at 3. And if you guys remember early in that game, Ozuna tagging up on third. He left like a step too early. So they reviewed it and they called him out. That would have been the 4th run. And we would have had a winner. And who knows, that inning would have kept going and potentially had more. So So unfortunately, 3-1 and 3-1, but we did hit the big unofficial official game of the week, which I did something unique yesterday, and I've done it a couple times. So I had my game of the week. When I do a game of the week, the company puts it on the website. They charge you $100, and you get the guaranteed to win. You get the next one free, yada, 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 yada. Well, wasn't a lot of games yesterday. We've been making lemonade when we're smashing those lemons. And wanted to do, I have a lot of clients that have been with me for a long time. Some of them are on a long-term 1-year package. Some are on a 2-year package. Some of them are on a combo package. Some just religiously buy the 3 days over and over. Or they take advantage of the specials when we have them, and they just stock up on them. Wanted to do all my clients a solid. Well, if we put it out there, the company's going to make me sell it. So we made it the unofficial, official game of the week. I was going to win on it anyways, and I cashed big. So it wasn't about selling it. If I sell it, we'll sell a couple hundred of them. And obviously, yeah, I'm going to put a bunch of money, a bunch of extra money in my pocket. But to me, I was already betting the games. The games have been great. We're going to continue to rack in that money. So rather than get greedy, just do a solid and give it to everybody that was on my personal plays. So I'm sure that definitely swung a lot of people into purchasing my personal plays yesterday, which was very nice. Thank you. And in return, you guys all got my unofficial game of the week included, which obviously I told you guys which one it was. So that was always nice as well. So it was good to hit that one for everybody, as well as take care of everybody as well. Why is this, guys? Do me a favor. When you guys do sign up on the website, make sure when you do, especially if you're getting my personal plays, that you use the correct number. All right, make sure you use the correct number. That way I can actually send them to you. Jay Hugh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Real Champ, you get the entire card. You just got to cycle over to that other page. Remember, if you have multiple packages, and we say this every week, and I usually say it to the same people, but it's okay. If you're using your cell phone, as Michael just said, is turn it sideways. Scroll down, look for your username. Click that small little box that has 4 windows in it. Click that box and scroll down and you'll be good to go. The fight card, you buy the cheaper of the two. Buy the max fight pick. Buy the max fight pick and you get the card for free. Buy the guaranteed max fight pick for $25 and then you get the full card for free. It's just on a different page. You just got to go to a different page once you purchase it. Jay, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Jay Hang, I see your comment up there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad to have you on board for the year package as well. American Place wants to know where the free plays are at. Well, first of all, here's the deal with us. You're probably new, so welcome and thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We go at a turtle's pace here, all right? We like the Tijuana Turtles down in Mexico, down in TJ, all right? No, I'm just teasing. We go a little, but we don't just do it like the other shows that are out there where we just go down the book and I'm going to give you every single play on the board today. But what I promise that you will get, American Police and everybody else that's new to us, you're going to get plays and breakdowns from me, from somebody that actually bet the games. That I bet the games. And not just for peanuts. Not just for $10 just to show you guys a ticket and blur out my bet amount. For thousands of dollars. So you'll get honest game day breakdowns. You may not get them as fast as you want. You may not get them or get as many as you want, but what you will get you're going to get the good stuff. Just got to hang tight. Real Champ says, your package, LOL, I get later, but I know getting extra year about to end, that it is. The buy 1 year, get a year free for premium plays is about to end. What do I bet? 1K, 5K, 10K a game. Anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 at a minimum on our basic plays. And yeah, 10K or more on the bigger games. Show my tickets non-stop on Twitter. But again, if you're new to us, hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss a beat on anything that we do. We go live 7 days a week. Tomorrow we'll be live at 6 a.m. on the East Coast. 6 a.m. on the West Coast, 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Michael, good morning. Nick, you're killing me. Says, I call Kyle Van Gogh. He's got he's got one ear and paints daily masterpieces. Right? Right? Joseph, you're very welcome, sir. Nathan, you could. You could. And I'll tell you what. If you're on the combo package, so let's try and backdoor the system here, okay? If you're on the combo package, that's actually a very good point, Nathan. That's actually good because somebody asked me about that. And maybe I was just tired or early in the morning this morning. But that's actually a good thing. If you're on the combo package, you get the max fight pick. So buy the max fight pick again. I'll make sure that you get credited for the next max fight pick. So you'll get this week's and next week's. And then this week you'll have access to the card. Good thinking there, Nathan. Good thinking there. So if you're on the combo package and you want the UFC, you already get the max fight pick. But if you buy the max fight pick again, you get the UFC for free. So buy the cheaper of the two, and I'll make sure that you get extended a max fight pick. I'll have to do it manually, but I'll take care of that. Obviously not during the live show, but I'll take care of that, towards the end of the day. Jay Hughes says the slap, right? So yeah, we're definitely not betting peanuts. Nobody in here is betting peanuts. And it don't matter if you're a $5 bettor or a $5,000 bettor, more or less. Everybody is welcome here. Everybody is welcome here. No discrimination on the bet amounts. And I don't show big tickets to brag. I don't show big tickets to show how much money I'm making. I show it to show that I'm real. If that makes sense. Show it to show that we're real. All right, so game plan and the agenda. Game plan and the agenda. We're going to start breaking down some games. We're going to start seeing what we can come up with. Try and find some avenues and angles. Brandon, what's your boy's name? Shout out to your kiddo. LT says, I don't think they accept peanuts, right? Passport DLL says UAB, 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 easy winner. Oh, and also, what you get with this show versus everybody else's out there, you get that live user interaction. No, it's not just a live chat, but you actually get somebody that actually tries to read every single message. And it don't matter how many viewers we have. We could add a 0 behind it or 2 zeros behind it. If I have to hire 1 or 2 people to sit behind there and point out the comments or questions that I need to answer, then I will. But you'll always get that user interaction. Joseph Browning asked, do we have just a football-only package? No, sir, we don't. But I can tell you, out of all the games today, we only have one play on a baseball game. That's it. Just one play on a baseball game. Or actually, do we even have one play on a baseball game? That's it. Out of all the plays we put out for premium plays and my personal plays, just one baseball game. Real Champs is Kyle. So get your personal play for the year right now. Year free winners. Be sure, just ensure if premium would be better. Real Champ, my personal plays are not on buy 1 year, get 1 year free. Just the premium plays. Unless you buy that premium play package that has the combo, premium and my personal. That's the only one that has my personal plays that are on the double up. But either one will treat you right. Premium, or you're not going to hurt my feel. Trust me. You know, I got my hand in the cookie jar when it comes to premium plays, and I've got a very big say in what happens there. Probably the most boisterous opinion out of everybody in the group. So, but you won't hurt my feelings. You know, some people want to be able to get them online versus get them texted to them. So you definitely won't hurt my feelings. Really, Brad? That's unfortunately. I mean, that's unfortunate. I'm not going to lie. I did bet Liverpool and the over. Cash the over. Drop Liverpool. That one sucks. All right, so going to start breaking down the games. Start breaking down the games. And again, if I miss your guys' question, feel free to repost it. It doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you. Sometimes the comments, depending on the chat rate, go too fast. And I don't get to see it. Because I'm not always staring at that screen. I mean, we've got, you know, I've got a computer here, iPad there, big iMac there, a laptop over there, running things for the show back here, the Vibe Interactive board. So I'm not always just staring right at the comments. His fingernail was offsides. That sucks. That sucks, definitely. So I don't always see every single comment. So if I miss the comments or I miss your question, it's definitely not personal. Unless I don't like you, then it's personal. Just kidding. I like just about everybody in here. Just about. But if that's the case, if I miss your question, repost it or re-ask it. That way I can see it. NBA Real Tape, you're reactive enough for us, Kyle. We appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, and I say that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. So one of the guys, the main guys at BetOnline, actually just tweeted out, hey guys, obviously still having issues. The team is working around the clock. I am pressing for an ETA, but it's still a very fluid situation. Once again, our sincerest apologies. I'll touch on that real quick, and then we'll get off the subject. We'll get to the actual breakdowns and start putting money in everybody's pocket. For everybody that does bet with BetOnline, first of all, it does suck. You know, they're under it's what's called a DDoS cyber attack. If you guys don't know what a DDoS cyber attack is, they suck. One, your information is secure. It's not an attack on your information. What it is they're basically ransoms. They, you know, when your computer gets a Trojan horse or malware, and people can take over your computer when you least expect it because you opened up the wrong link. You get those emails from China or Russia and a bunch of spam, and you click on it from downloading too much porn or whatever you're doing. You get the viruses on your computer. Well, they take these servers and they take control of these servers, and they're generally coming from countries like Russia, China, North Korea, random places, and they send massive amounts of traffic to your website all generated to your website. And when I say massive, it's hundreds of thousands at the same time. And it basically knocks down your website. It makes your website, your server overloads and until it can't do nothing. And when you get a DDoS attack, because I've actually worked at a company that was under, had one that was attacked, they basically get a call or in this case probably an email, hey, pay us X amount of money and we'll stop. Well, if you pay them, you only have a limited amount of time to switch everything over because you can fight it. To switch everything over and protect against another attack before they do it again and hold your ransom. So if you don't pay the ransom, you have to use your last update, which I don't know how long, how often they update, if it's every minute or every 30 minutes or every 5 minutes, the server's probably updating. Ours updates every hour, I think. But obviously we're not a big... If we lost an hour worth of sales, I can go back into my payment processor and we could take a look at it and our IT guy can manually add them in. That's basically what they have to do. They have to go back off their last update, go look at, all the transactions that came in after that and manually enter in every single transaction for every single customer to rebuild their database. That's how you fight against a DDoS attack. So does it suck? Absolutely. So for everybody betting online, trust me, I feel your pain. I was going to do a big cash out yesterday with you guys live to show you the cash out process. I was actually super excited about doing that. Do we keep track of win percentage? Sure, but we recap every single game. So feel free to keep track for me as well. But yeah, we document every game. Plus we go over every game that we ever give out to our clients are always recapped in every single video. Win, lose, or draw. It don't matter if I lose 50 grand on a game. I show my face and I may be pissed off because remember, I'm actually betting the games. So I actually feel the pain. So, but with a DDoS attack, back to that real quick, your information is secure. The money that's in your account is secure. Remember, it's not like they're stealing virtual anything. Your money is in the bank. They're not a little operation. They didn't just take all their Bitcoin and run. They didn't get any. You can't with that. So for everybody that's out there, I seen Animal Kingdom's comment saying that BetOnline's in big trouble or something. If you're talking out your asshole, you should probably just shut it rather than spread misinformation. But again, great time to have more avenues to be betting. And again, as far as a timeline, I've seen sites go down and in an hour, they're back up. And then I've seen it where they take days. Hopefully, in our case, it doesn't take days. Brandon, I'd like to find my account with 100K more in it. Hey, as long as the 29K is in mine, I'm happy. Because I had 29,000 in my bet online. So hopefully I'm able to use it and do a little cash out. James says, Kyle, how did you first get started in betting? Dumb luck, to be honest. Dumb luck, to be honest. We'll have to tell that story another day. Although I've told it before. I just want to jump into the game day breakdowns because I know games are starting in an hour and 50 minutes. Brian, can I get to the game? No, I can't. One thing that you're going to notice about us right there, and by tomorrow, by golly, there should be a real one, hopefully. There's a barbershop poll. We are the Barbershop Talk of Sports Betting. All right? We're the Barbershop Talk of Sports Betting. We talk about everything. One day it's the cooking channel, and we're talking about the best breakfasts. And then the next thing you know, we're slinging winners. American Police. What do I think about Vegas Dave? Never met the guy, have zero issues with him. Obviously, he does something right. People buy his packages, right? Hey, I will tell you this, though. If you got haters, you're doing something right. You got haters, you're doing something right. But again, I've never met the guy. He's got me blocked on Twitter for some strange reason. But other than that, I don't know the guy. Zero issues. I mean, I've got a couple of his customers, or a lot of his customers, that, you know, don't speak too highly. But again, I can't speak for him. I don't have access to the games or anything like that. Tom, we're going to have another big day. We are. We're going to hammer the books again. We're going to hammer those books again. All right, so we'll eventually start jumping our way into the breakdowns. That way, nobody gets their panties in a wad here. And again, we call a spade here. We shoot the shit. We have fun. Scott just said food, finances, and winners channel, all for sure. Yeah, absolutely. You know, the one thing that there's a couple topics we don't touch in the barbershop. American Police, you'll enjoy us then. CVAC says, I need 3 winners. He got raped yesterday. That sucks. I gave everybody 2-0 yesterday for free, as well as Thursday for free. Keep giving you guys 2-0, people coming in saying they're getting raped. Guys need to pay a little more attention. All our clients went either 3-1 or 3-1 and 3-1, depending on which package they were on, plus a game of the week winner. Do we do good on 4 picks? We don't give out parlays. You want parlays? Go somewhere else. You know what I mean? You can take our picks and parlay them at your own risk. But if you're just looking for parlays, that's the one thing, brother, I never recommend is a parlay. I am not your parlay guy, that is for sure. If you actually want to be successful betting sports, one thing I will be honest, betting a parlay is not the way to go. Betting a parlay is not the way to go if you're trying to be successful. Reason why? Like slot machines. They're everywhere. They're in abundance. Tom says free plays with a rape whistle, right? Scott says I was able to keep the kiddos in the room yesterday. You're very welcome. I will continue to try and watch my language for everybody that does have their kids around. Oh, Randy, great question. You know, somebody texted me this, and I forgot to reply. In order to get on Guaranteed Saturday today, you need to be signed up by, 3:30 p.m. is when they're taking it off the website. It's a game that starts after 3:30 p.m., 3:30 or after. Johnny K says, speaking of food, last week I had bacon. Kyle got me eating steak today. You know, steak and lobster I always recommend. You cannot go wrong on a steak and lobster diet. You just can't. Bo King, what's going on, my brother? You cannot go wrong with a steak and lobster diet. You have that every day, you'll be a healthy individual. Healthy as in the gut. But definitely, you cannot go wrong with steak and lobster. I hope, CVAC, I hope you clean out as well today. All right, so Michael says Round Robin George. Parlay George. Round Robin George. He's got some parlays. And we all know what happened with Round Robin George. Guy showed up for about 4 days, maybe a week, and he went bankrupt. And he's nowhere to be found. Rumor is he stiffed his book and his book stiffed him. Rumor. Dizzy says small parlays can be okay sometimes, but don't expect to get rich off of them. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I bet parlays. I bet them, but I bet them for fun money. A parlay will never affect the outcome of my betting day. A parlay will never affect the outcome of my day. I'm not going to lie, the other day, we did the Astros money line, the Braves money line, and Arkansas State money line. $200 parlay paid like $1,900. You know, Jerry, I almost bet the over in that one. I almost did. There was a parlay I did yesterday for fun. It was like $294, paid like $3,900 or something like that. Forget exactly what it was, or the payout was, but it was fun. We almost got it. The only one that cost me was the Braves, but I knew it was a long shot with the Braves. I took the Braves money line, the Astros money line, and the over in the BYU, and then I did another one. Instead of the over in the BYU, I took Houston on the money line, 3 dogs, and that one was nowhere close. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. But nonetheless, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to get into these breakdowns. We did put out a daily free play video. I'm going to do that game first, okay? We're going to do that game first for everybody, and then we're going to jump into the rest of the game day breakdowns. Going to try and make this day a great day for everybody. And remember, if you're not on board, now's the time to get on board. Games have been hot. All right, we're going to continue to keep them hot. And I will continue to keep that fire burning for you guys. All right, I'm logging into the system right now. And we're going to start these fire breakdowns for everybody. CVAC, yeah, you know, I cannot lie. I had Houston yesterday. It was our one premium play. We put out 4 premium plays yesterday. It was the one that didn't cash. Just the one. It was the only one. We went 3-1 yesterday on our premium plays. Nick says, let's get a 3K parlay going. We might be able to string something together for fun. As long as you guys don't hold it against me, if it doesn't win, we might be able to string something fun together. Mr. McFadden, thank you for jumping on board 3 days of the premium plays. You will not be disappointed. Samuel, thank you for jumping on board the Big Guaranteed Saturday. Jan, thank you for renewing for the combo package. I'll be sending you my personal plays. I know you have access to everything else already. Give me 1 second, folks. Just want to make sure our clients get the games. And when you sign up for my personal plays, for everybody who doesn't know, one of the main differences is you get to deal with me directly. All right? You get to deal with me directly, one-on-one, whereas with premium plays, you don't have to talk to nobody. You get them right on the website. But again, we don't participate in any of the upsells, any of the games, any of the gimmicks. You want to buy a long-term package, cool. If you don't, no big deal. You want to buy a year package, fantastic. If you don't, no big deal. None of that shenanigans here. No upsells, no games, no gimmicks. You buy our premium plays, I'm not going to come back and say, oh man, you fudged up. I only used the fudge because Scott had his kids in here yesterday. You guys messed up. You should have bought this package. It's the best one. Should have bought the 200-star lock of the year. None of that shenanigans here, all right? None of that. None of that. We'll save that for the broiler rooms. No broiler room here. Chicken Sauce says, chili cheese fries make me feel like a piece of shit, but they're always on time. You know, chili cheese fries sound good. Reading through some of the comments. All right, so. Real Champ, it's already there. You just got to go to the other page. You just got to go to the other page. Again, if you're using your phone, turn it sideways. Turn it sideways. Scroll down right next to your username. There'll be a small little box with 4 windows in it. Click that box. Click that box. That'll take you to your members dashboard. Scroll down, you'll see the 2 different packages to go back and forth of. NBA Real Tape says, hey guys, my first 3-day premium play had 2 losing days, but they took care of us. I will take care of everybody. If you're not profitable, as long as you're betting the same straight up and you're not screwing up, I will always take care of you guys. That's a fact. I will always make sure you guys are taken care of because it's just what we do. All right? I know if you guys are up after 3 days or a week or a month or a year because I'm actually betting the games. Not only do I keep track, but I'm actually betting it. So it's real easy, especially if you're on a 3-day or a week package. I can tell. I can tell if you're up because I know if I'm up. I know if I'm up. 99% of the time, I don't even have to go back and check to say, oh, let me see. I don't even have to do that because I already know. Brandon, love the text message. Love the picture. All right, so Vegas doesn't bend everybody over. We've been kicking ass and taking names. Nick says Kyle does take care of you. That's one thing that we always will do. You know, guys, I used to be on the other side of the counter. While I pull up my little cheat sheets for the breakdowns and all of that good stuff, my notes that I've been taking, I used to be over there. All right, let's just leave it. You know, put it in that that direction. I was always on your guys' side of the counter long before I worked at a sports service, and I know exactly what it's like. And I know there's a lot of services out there that it don't matter. You know, when your package is up, your package is up. Well, you're up Schitt's Creek and you're screwed. Not here, not here, not here. All right? Just like with our guaranteed Saturday. When we have our guaranteed games, we put a guarantee on it, baby. Our guarantee, obviously, we know. We can't win every day. We can't control what happens on the field or on the court or on the ice or in the ballpark, but what we can happen is we can make sure we limit risk. We take the best avenues to make sure that we're profitable. And in the long run, we'll win a hell of a lot more than we lose. And so that prime example. Johnny K says, Kyle took care of me this week. I stayed away from parlays and did the same amount of each bet, and I'm back up and ready to hammer again. Johnny K was signed up, and I hope you don't mind because you opened it up by saying that I took care of you. Signed up for a 3-day package. On the 10th. Signed up for a 3-day package on the 10th. I can tell you just by, quick glancing, the other computer right there has, the full complete record. But I can tell you on the 10th, we won. On the 11th, we won. We were up 1.8 units. No big deal. Just under 2 games. On his 3rd day, we dropped. We went 1-3. He was now negative 0.3 units. No problem. We'll take care of him. Well, the 4th day, was my really bad. I mean, in the last month, that was my real bad day. I went 1-4, had a horrible day. We barely missed everything. We missed going from 1-4 to 3-1 by like one touchdown. It was horrible. It was a disaster. So now all of a sudden he went from being up 1.8 to down 0.3 of a unit to down 5. Like that. Well, we didn't cut him off. We take care of him. We take care of everybody. So the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, yesterday, he got the game of the week for free because he was on my package at that time. And prime example. And now he's up. And after today, and again, we do it in hopes that you'll stay with us and see that we'll always take care of you guys. But if you don't, no hard, no foul. I know I did my job, and I know I can sleep good at night because we didn't leave any brothers or sisters hanging. That's a fact. And he didn't give up. We're not going to win every day, and that's why we have our policies that we have, because we know we're going to have bad stretches. There was a time in September, and we're going to do the Marshall, Louisiana Tech game right after I say this. There was a time in September when I had a very bad stretch. There was like a 4-day stretch where we just kept dumping games. Manage that bankroll, manage those, that bankroll properly. We'll dig our way out. If you have a bad week, it may take you a month to dig ahead. You're not going to be back to normal in a day. So it doesn't matter if it takes me 1 day or 3 days or a month to get people out of the hole. I mean, I had guys that were getting games up until yesterday that signed up in late September when I went on that bad run. They got an extra 2 weeks because I buried them, but I unburied them. Real champ, I turn my phone around. Kyle, it's nothing. Click at the bottom. Go to the next page. Click on the sale. See, you're not doing it right, real champ. Turn your phone sideways. Scroll down just a little bit. Look for your username. It's right next to or below your username, a small little box that has 4 little windows in it. It's right next to your username. Find your username. Your username is not at the bottom of the page. Johnny Case says, always leave room in the bankroll to make the comeback. Absolutely. Absolutely. We always come back. All right, guys, game 161, 162, Marshall, Louisiana Tech. We put out a game on this already, guys, and we're going to go over this for all of you today. All right? I promised in the daily free play video that I would go over this one during the live show and that we would do this one first. So we're going to deliver on that promise. We're going to put this winner in your lap. If you haven't already bet it, well, that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. The line hasn't changed at all. Marshall laying 13.5, minus $1.10. Louisiana Tech catching 13.5 at home. Total over and under 48 is minus $1.18. Individual team totals. Marshall 31. Louisiana Tech 17.5. Sorry, replying to somebody, replying the wrong message. As far as this one goes, first of all, Marshall 3-0 straight up. 3-0 against the spread, 2-1 to the over. All right? Louisiana Tech 3-1 straight up, 2-2 against the spread, and 2-2 to the over. This is going to be a good game. We're going to break this one down in its entirety. If you want a daily free play, already have one out on this one. We'll go over it. We'll put it up on the board for you guys. That way you guys know what it is. First of all, take a look at Marshall. They got wins over Eastern Kentucky, Appalachian State, and Western Kentucky. They beat Western Kentucky 38-14, 17-7 over App State, and 59-0 against Eastern Kentucky. Louisiana Tech, on the other hand, they're coming off their big loss against BYU, losing 45-14, where they got shut down All right? They got their 66-38 victory over Houston Baptist, and they did have a squeaker of a win over Southern Miss that barely put the total over by 2 in a 31-30 victory where the total was 2. Don't forget, they do have their big win over UTEP as well. They squeaked in a 4-point victory. They were laying 15. They barely got the job done, but nonetheless, they got the job done. Now, these two teams did face off last year, with Marshall getting the best of them, beating them by 3 scores, 31-10. That game stayed under the total of 54 last year. Matter of fact, their last 2 meetings have gone under, but throw that shit right out the window. Because let's be honest, guys, what happened in 2014 has no bearing on what's going to happen today. All right? Has no bearing on what's going to happen today. If somebody wants to tell you that, they're under and their last 2 games really matter, it doesn't, because one of them is 6 years ago. Has no bearing on today. Now, Louisiana Tech 21-11 against the spread, coming off a straight-up win. Marshall 3-12 against the spread on the road when facing a good team with a solid winning percentage of 70% or more. LT says he likes the under on this one, but saw your video. Again, fade, follow at your own risk. Do your own due diligence as well if you want to. We're all over the over in this one. All over the over on this one. Louisiana Tech 9-1 to the over at home against solid passing defenses, yielding less than 6.2 yards per attempt. Taking a look at both teams. And matter of fact, before we do the rest of the breakdown, we will put it up on the board for you guys. That way, the free play people that are getting, antsy and itching and starting to scratch your skin because we haven't given a free play, let me satisfy that desire, all right? Let me satisfy that desire. 5 interactive free play board. Marshall. And Louisiana Tech over 48 is minus $1.18. All right? So all you people out there that are just out here for free plays, I love you. Love you to death. All right? But for the ones that are out here and being pushy for the free plays, there you go. There you go. Now, the juicy. Now, Marshall averaging 38 points a game. Louisiana Tech 33. Marshall getting the job done, averaging 47 rushing plays, 25 passing plays. We're going to see a lot of runs. We're going to see 80, 85 runs between both of these programs. Joshua, 49, okay. I would imagine 49 is just fine. Remember, at 49, 48 and a half, when we put out a play, first of all, obviously sometimes they come close. But when we put out a play, obviously we're not 100%. Nobody ever is. But we don't put out a play expecting to win by 1. Okay, in football. Or cover by the hook. I'd rather just not play the game if we had that much inherited risk. So, yeah, you guys should be fine. I mean, obviously I'd take it at 48 if you could. Marshall averaging 226 yards on the ground, 4.8 yards per carry. 223 in the air at 8.8 yards per passing attempt. And they're 38 points a game on offense. Louisiana Tech, 33 points scored on average per game. Very slow running program. They average 37 run plays a game, and they still haven't really been able to establish a run 3.4 yards per carry. But that is enough to establish a play-action pass where they're averaging 234 yards a game, 7 yards per carry. Yeah, Joseph. Marshall's D has been holding their own against the likes of Eastern Kentucky, App State, and Western Kentucky. 3 trashy teams. That I do agree. Marshall's defense has definitely been pretty good against some pretty shit teams. They gave up nothing against Eastern Kentucky in their 59-0 victory. They gave up only 7 against App State, and they gave up just 14 against Western Kentucky. Now, when you start taking a look at the defensive side of things here, Marshall giving up just 7 points a game on average. Keep in mind, that's against a very subpar competition. I've already named off the 3 teams that they've played like 5 times. But I can't again if you guys didn't hear me the first 4 or 5. They're giving up just 89 yards rushing a game. But the teams that are rushing against them, they're averaging 3 yards a carry, not much. But where Marshall has been successful is keeping other teams off the field. Marshall is averaging 72 plays a game, 47 on the run. Well, you all know what that means, right? Unless they're ripping off a big 60-yarder, 40-yarder, slow, methodical, time off the clock, time of possession has been in their favor. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. Thank you, Gustavo. Thanks for jumping back on board the combo package. I just texted you my personal plays. Mr. Brown, I see that you have guaranteed Saturday. Hopefully you were able to find it. Scott says 290 watching, only 59 thumbs up. Well, 60 now, but we definitely appreciate it when you do. Jolly Green Records says, I think Marshall is a lock today. Laying 2 touchdowns. I don't know about that one. Marshall on defense, they have had a standout year so far through 3 games, but their competition has been extremely subpar. Defending the pass, they've been exceptionally well, giving up just 186 yards a game, 5.9 yards on average per passing attempt. They're +5 on turnovers, but again, I emphasize, against weak competition. Now, when you talk about Louisiana Tech, they faced some adversity. They've got a loss on the year. They played a very strong BYU team. We saw what they did yesterday. They had a 1-point victory over SMU. They smashed Houston Baptist. And they had a 4-point victory over UTEP. I'd have to say 3 of their 4 games, which one of them being a loss, is still tougher or as tough as the one tough game Marshall played, and that was against App State. Perfect Rotation says, Marshall a lock, are you high? I, first of all, don't believe Marshall's a lock today. If I thought Marshall was a lock today, I'd have it on my card. That's for sure. Where to bet? A lot of places out there. Bookmaker, Bovada. I'm not a fan of Bovada, though. I'm not a fan of Bovada. Chicken says, can't get a good read on them because their competition has been terrible. Their competition has been terrible. Marshall's going to score today. They're going to put up points. Louisiana Tech, they're going to put up points as well. All right? Their defense gives up 32.5 points a game. They give up 118 yards on the ground. Great at defending the run. 3.8 yards on average that they give up, which will be enough for Marshall to establish a play-action pass as well for when they do want to pass the ball. They give up 300 yards in the air. Louisiana Tech's secondary has been getting torched. They're going to continue to get torched. They're going to give up a lot of points on both sides of this one. Both teams are plus in the plus category on turnovers. +2 for Louisiana Tech, +5 for Marshall. Writing's on the wall for me on this one. And we're moving with the over. As far as the side goes, As far as the side goes, I'm going to be honest. While I like Marshall as a team, they've made me a lot of money. I don't know if I can necessarily back them today laying 13.5. I think that's a lot of points against a Louisiana Tech team that should be able to keep pace. So as far as me being on the over, as far as the side goes, I do lean towards the dog. And again, remember, for everybody that is watching, for the 300 people that are here right now, a lean is exactly that. I'm going to be honest with you. Unless I bet some leans that I'll bet, and I'll bet them small. A lean to me is like a $500 bet. Okay, that's a small bet to me. Small bet to me may be $5 to you or maybe $50 to you. I don't bet every single lean that I give out. So like while I'm saying I lean towards Louisiana Tech plus the 13.5, I don't have much faith in it. While I think it's the right play, I'm not betting it, so I'm staying off of it. Okay, so a lean is just that. We're just leaning. All right, we're just leaning. Okay, we're just leaning towards it. Now, if it develops into a play, that's a whole nother story. If I was going to bet this lean, I would flat out tell you, and then we'd put it up on the Vibe Interactive free play board. And as of right now, the only thing on the Vibe Interactive free play board is Marshall and Louisiana Tech over 48. Okay? That's the only one on the free play board. As far as the other ones, the other books, I don't know on how fast they pay. So I like the over instead. The over is a free play. The over is a play. The over is something I've already bet. Now keep in mind, it's not a premium play, it's not a personal play, but it is a quality play, and it's something that, you know, I've got $750 on. But it's not a play where you want to fire. If $400 is a big bet for you, chicken sauce, then you'd probably want to back it down. It's not a premium play, so let me put that out there. And just because I give out a free play doesn't mean it's necessarily always a premium play. I have no problem telling you if it is, but this one is not a premium play. This is one of our daily free plays. But so was yesterday's over in the BYU game, and we saw that cashed as well. But again, I just want to put the full disclaimer out there. Just because I make it a lean doesn't mean I'm betting it. And just because we give out a free play doesn't mean it's one of our top dog free plays. Doesn't mean it's one of our 4 premium plays today. You're right. Wouldn't post it if it wasn't quality. However, it didn't make our premium play card, just so you know. Love it, Pat. Absolutely, Reg. Reg dropping some knowledge there. You can go to every book's website and figure out what their rules, requirements, payout times. One thing that I did like about BetOnline, 29 minutes to get $12,000 in Bitcoin. 29 minutes. From the time I initiated it to the time I got a cash out. And the sad thing is I was doing a cash out yesterday during the live show. Jason McNair, thank you for signing up for Guaranteed Saturday. Juan, thank you for jumping on board Guaranteed Saturday. Mr. Brown, thank you for jumping on board my personal plays. They will be coming to you right now, so there's no need to call that 888 number that they tell you to call. I just texted you right now. And I just texted you my 4 personal plays. If you guys want to be cool like Terrell and everybody else, go to the website, cappersdirect.com. Pick out a package that best suits your bankroll and your budget. And get on board. John Ryan says, Kyle, I love you. You gave me the over first quarter and the game for BYU. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're very welcome. I don't know how long it'll take, but I think that was like 4 years ago. Obviously technology and servers have advanced in 4 years. But again, I know with DDoS attacks, I worked at a company, guys. I mean, it's been a while, and this was back in the day, and DDoS attacks suck. We've had luckily our servers protected against them, so it's very easy for us, if something happened with us, just to take it and switch it over to another one, completely switch it. Not everybody has the capability to do that. We do, and they happen to every website. Any website that could be held, ransom, that has any monetary value, they do. But people don't realize we could just get on there and email every client if we had to. So it was kind of stupid. What they do is they attack your site and they say, hey, pay us, and we'll stop sending the traffic that's overloading your server. So when it happened to us, we just told them to, fuck the fuck off, and transferred it to another server. Guys, talking about Liberty, we'll try and break that game down. That's a game that I do not have $1 on. All right, that's a game that I do not have $1 on. I do have a general rule of thumb. Betting on a shitty team is generally not a good proposition. Shitty things happen when you bet on a shitty team. Full disclaimer, all right? Shitty things happen when you bet on a shitty team. Nope, sorry, John. Not allowed to promote that here. Any more talk of it, and I will be sorry, but I will have to boot you, but we can't allow that happen to here. And full disclaimer for anybody out there, if you get approached by anybody on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and they offer to hook you up with a local guy, you just got to pay him by Venmo, you got to pay him by Cash App, Zelle, or you got to go deposit money into the bank. I'm going to give you guys some real honest advice. Run. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. There's way too many honest and legitimate offshore and local regulated books. So I see it all the time on Twitter. I got a book. If you can Zelle me money or you can Cash App me money, we'll get you action. That's a local guy somewhere. And unless you know him face to face, chances are when you cash out, because let's be honest, 90% of the average sports bettors, and I say average because the people that are with us are not average because they've made the wise decision to be with us. But 90% of the average sports bettors never get a cash out. These people know that. But when you do cash out, all of a sudden you don't get paid. Their Twitter account is suspended or deleted or gone. So be careful, folks. And not a problem, John. Nick says, lucky my bookie I know personally. That's a fact. And that's a good thing. What was just the other day during the live show last week, mine came knocking on the door to deliver a package because we hammered him. On Monday morning, he came and delivered me a package because we hammered the snot out of him on Guaranteed Saturday and the NFL game. No, Alex, I said before the end of the weekend. I said before the end of the weekend. I have until tomorrow night. And believe it, trust me, I could hook you guys up, but I would never do that because that just gets us in major hot water. I mean, I've got a huge one on the East Coast that'll take any dollar amount I want. Any dollar amount. You want to lay 7 figures? Not a problem. But obviously I don't need to lay that much. Nor would I. I've got one here that will take any dollar within reason within a 3-day notice. More likely so he can either bet with me or lay it off on the other side. And remember, don't forget that big Sunday play tomorrow. Ricky Vang, I see you just purchased a big Sunday play. That'll be out later today. But thank you for jumping on board that as well as Guaranteed Saturday. Mr. Vang, if you're watching, it's going to be another monster weekend, folks. All right, so if one of you guys give me the game number for the Liberty game, if one of you guys give me the game number for the Liberty game, we'll break it down. If you guys have it handy while I'm searching for it, we will break it down. Passport DLL, do I think Tennessee will win convincingly? AKA, do I think they will cover the spread? I do not have a play on that one. Reg Combo, when you cash out during an open bet, if it wins, do you still get the amount you bet back? I would imagine you do. I don't have a book that allows me to cash out early. I get the concept behind cashing out early. I get the concept behind it. Not the odds, the actual game number. 165, 166. Like that's Georgia and Alabama. That's the game number. Thank you, Mike Smith. 129, 130. I will break that one down now for everybody. Pat says, I definitely want to lay 7 figures, but I'm going to need a loan, right? John says, no, don't do Liberty. That's a waste of time. You know, if people are going to be betting it, it's definitely not a waste of time. We're not going to spend an hour on it, that's for sure. But we'll go over it. We'll give a quick little breakdown of it. Liberty and Syracuse. Now, Devin Jackson just asked, how much do you typically wager on games if you don't mind me asking? Well, first of all, our premium plays are my personal plays. I average anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000, but I keep it consistent. So one won't have $1,500 and the other won't have $3,000. But most of the time they're in the $2,500 range. Lately they've been $3,000. The more we're winning, I keep them there. I'll go higher as the run continues, but for the most part, I keep it very consistent. Anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 a game on our regular daily plays. On our big games like Guaranteed Saturday, I'm in the 5 figures. 5 figures. I start out at about 10 to 15 grand, depending on how we've been doing. We've been absolutely murdering our Guaranteed Saturday plays. So having 15, 20K on it, it's going to happen today. Okay. Our big Sunday NFL play, we've won 5 straight. Tomorrow will be the 6th one. I've been betting 20K a game on those, and I might step it up tomorrow. We'll see, depending on how today goes. But the big games, I'm all over them. But the average ones, I stay very consistent. And of course, show tickets on Twitter, nonstop. Andre Clark, good morning. Ken Curry, good morning. You're not the Ken Curry from Curry Enterprises, are you? CVAC says, wow, big money. See, and that's the thing. That may be big to some, but I'll be honest with you, that's small to some of our clients. I have clients that are betting 50 grand a game on every game, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the game is, they're betting 50K on the game. Scott, I just got the same one. Oh, Elite Sports just texted me as well. Maybe we could have some fun with these guys. We used to put them live on the air and they didn't know it. We used to joke around with these guys. Incredible offer from Wager Pro. Where winning is everything. If we don't go 5-0, the next month is free. Well, you know they're not going 5-0. CVAC says, if I bet 50K on a game, I'll throw up from anxiety. You know, I've done 100K. I've done it twice. I lost the first one by Altuve cheating. I won the second one. I showed off both those tickets on the live show. Big betting is not for everybody, that's for sure. And never bet above your means. Just because I'm betting 5 grand or 3 grand or 10 grand or even if I was to put 100K on it, doesn't mean that you guys should stretch your limits. All right, always bet what you're comfortable. When you start getting out of your comfort zone, That's when shit goes wrong. All right? When you start betting out of your comfort zone, that's when shit goes wrong. It doesn't matter if it's me or if it's you. If I start getting out of my... We all have a comfort zone. All right? Now, Tony Ricciuti down in Florida, he can go bet $100,000 all day long. Okay? And it doesn't faze him. Peaches, where are you? I know you're watching. What is this? But as far as comfort zones, you got to stay in it. Devin, my bank will come from just betting games. I bet games for a living. Now, I'm not going to lie. I get paid handsomely to work for Cappers Direct. I don't get paid to do the videos. I get paid for the other stuff that I do for the company. The YouTube, the videos, it's actually my pet project. It's what I like. I mean, I have so much fun doing like the live shows. Like, you know, even when we lose, I still have fun the next day. I may be in a bad mood because I'm betting the games. But yeah, Devin, if I didn't work for the company, I'd still be betting the games like I was. I make more from betting the games than I do working here, and these guys pay me a shit ton. I have a very healthy six-figure salary from these guys to come in here and do what I do for the company. And then what I bet is even better. So like the job, you know, you got to like what you do, and I love what I do. And being able to interact just made it even more fun. Jay Hughes says, I bet 25 cents a game. Fantastic. Fantastic. We will never dog anybody for what they bet or what they don't bet. We got guys and gals in here that are just here just for the conversation. John Ryan, I'll break down the Virginia Tech game later. Scott says, I've got a goal when I consistently making $10K a month, I can stop working. You know, and even that, you need to make sure that you have a solid bankroll, because remember, it can take you, if you have a bad week, it can take you a month to dig out of it. If you have a bad month, it could take you 2 or 3 months to dig your way out of it. So I always recommend everybody out there making sure you're set up before you start doing that. Joseph, I'm the same way. $5 or $50. I'm pissed. If I lose 5 or 50, I'm pissed. Sawyer, can you see the free play board? Absolutely, sir. Thank you for asking. Thank you for saying. Jace, good morning. Yes, more money on the free plays? Absolutely. Gluckman says winning 10K a month sounds like a full-time job. Daddy Keenan, however you pronounce your last name, no, we have not talked about the Georgia-Alabama game, but we will. Jonathan says, thanks for the W's yesterday. You're very welcome. NBA Real Tape says, I bet $50 and I'm scared. Longest winning and longest losing streak? I'd have to go back and check. But I think it was in the Dr. Kim days. If you guys don't know who Dr. Kim is, he's the official dentist for the UFC out in Vegas. He was betting anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 a game with me. And if you ever need a dentist in Vegas, he's the best oral surgeon in the state of Nevada, probably on the West Coast, in my opinion. But I won him 28 straight. He was started out betting $50K a game, and after the second game, he was betting $100,000 a game, but we won 28 straight. As far as losing, I think I lost 12 twice over the years. That's a bad flip and run. I lost 12 in a row. It didn't matter what. You guys could have gave me the play, and I still could have turned it into a disaster. But everybody loses and has a losing streak, but it's what you do after the losing streak to claw your way out of it. Okay? That's one thing that we've mastered is clawing our way out of it. It may take us a little while, but we'll claw our way out every single time. All right, let's get through this breakdown, guys. Liberty, Syracuse. All right, we're going to touch this one. Now, I'm not going to touch this game with a 10-foot pole, all right? And I advise you probably not to as well. However, we're going to break down the game. Yvonne says different strokes for different folks. Absolutely. You know, $5 may be a lot to you guys to bet or maybe small. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're betting $50 a game, $5 a game, 25 cents a game, or you're betting $50,000 a game. We will always treat you guys with the utmost respect, and it doesn't matter what you're betting. What you guys bet has no bearing to me. All right? Has no bearing to me. So let's jump through a bunch of these breakdowns. Robert says, good morning. Because of you, I managed 200 to 2,500. Took a couple months, but it was accomplished. Thanks. You're very welcome. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Game 129, 130, Liberty, Syracuse. All right, so that was weird. Brad, if you're watching, I just got an update. The Liverpool game's been over, but it just sent me saying Liverpool scored a goal. A little late on that update there, Sofa score. All right, guys, Liberty coming in as a 2.5-point favorite, minus $1.20. Syracuse coming in +2 at even money, +100, which means you can get them at +3 at minus -120. Liberty a minus 142 money line favorite. Total set over and under 54 at minus 110. 53.5 at minus $1.15, with their team total coming in at 28 points. All right, first of all, Liberty 4-0 straight up, 2-2 against the spread. Syracuse 1-3 straight up, 2-2 against the spread. First of all, Syracuse 7-0 on the under against an opponent who's on a winning streak of 3 or more games. Jay says, losing streaks come. I have to accept them in this business. Bankroll management is key. 1,000,000% agree. You're going to have a losing streak. I'm going to have one, and I hope I don't have another one for a very long time. All right? I hope I don't have one for a very long time, but they do happen, so you have to plan for them. Now, these two teams did face off last year, with Syracuse getting the best of Liberty, beating them and skunking them 24-0. Liberty last year was a 19.5-point underdog. They had 234 yards of total offense in their 24-0 rout by Syracuse last year. Here they are, a road favorite. They got wins over Western Kentucky, Florida International, North Alabama, and Louisiana Monroe, who they just beat 40-7. They beat North Alabama 28-7. They beat FIU 36-34. And they also beat Western Kentucky 30-24. And then you've got Syracuse, who's 1-3 on the year, with losses to North Carolina, losing 6-31 in week 1, losing 21-10 to Pitt in week 2. They beat Georgia Tech 37-20 in week 3, and they just lost to Duke 38-24, lost by 2 touchdowns, where they were a 2.5-point dog last week. Here they are at home against Liberty. You got Liberty averaging 33.5 points a game, 19.2 for Syracuse. Liberty averaging 251 yards on the ground a game, 5.5 yards per carry. Excellent number. Generally, teams that rush the ball well usually do well on the final score. They're averaging 192 in the air, 7 yards per passing attempt. For Syracuse, their lackluster offense, averaging just 77 yards a game on the ground. That's against the likes of North Carolina, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, and Duke. All competition, in my opinion, that is stronger than anybody Liberty has seen today or seen this season. Syracuse averaging 176 in the air, getting shut down. All right, time of possession has favored everybody that has been playing Syracuse. All right, why? Because teams run the ball against them. Syracuse can't stop the run. All right, teams are averaging 48 rushing plays a game against Syracuse. They're putting 231 yards a game on the ground against the Syracuse defense. Teams are averaging 4.8 yards per carry against the Syracuse defense. that's also giving up 27.5 points a game. Not that much considering they're facing North Carolina, Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh, and Duke, all right? They're also giving up 244 yards in the air, 6.9 yards per passing attempt. Not that big of a number for college football, nothing to make me worry. The thing with Syracuse, guys, they're plus 11 on turnovers, and they're losing games. They're winning the turnover battle through 4 games. They're plus 11, and they still can't close it out, all right? They can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball, but their defense has been hanging strong with the exception of the run defense. Their biggest problem, their defense can't get them off the field. All right, their defense can't get them off the field and put the offense on. They average just 61 offensive plays a game. That's it. 3-and-out Central. They average 62 offensive plays a game. Hell, their defense defends roughly 48 run plays a game, for reference. All right, and another 35 in the air. So if you do the math, they're giving up what? 70, 83, 21 more offensive snaps a game to the opposing team. Big difference. Time of possession is key. Do I think that it'll happen here? I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Bookmakers are making Liberty the favorite. And all of you guys are in here asking, is Liberty the lock? Is Liberty the lock? Laying 2.5. Let me see. Mr. Pitts, thank you for jumping on board my personal plays. Glad to have you back on board, my brother. Was another successful winning 3 days. Real Champ, I won't be able to access my email until after the live show, unfortunately, but I can confirm that you bought the wrong package. So that's why you can't see the other UFC. You did not buy the sale one. You bought the Max. So I will take care of that for you. Okay? That's why you can't see it, is because you bought the wrong package. Should have bought the one that says sale, that you get it for free. CVAC, am I in Los Angeles? No. Grew up there, just north of there. Daniel, what's going on, sir? Jake Gonzalez, good morning. I hope you enjoyed your 2 days with me as well. But, Real Champ, Terrell, I got you covered, buddy. Just log back in. You'll be able to see it now. Passport says Liberty's going to get back from last year's beatdown. As far as today goes, as far as this game goes, I don't have a dollar in the game. I like Syracuse. They've played the tougher competition. Yeah, the record doesn't show it, all right? The record doesn't show it. They're 1-3. They lost to Duke. They lost to Pittsburgh. They lost to North Carolina. All 3 teams are better and stronger than the 4 teams Liberty has played and beaten. Western Kentucky, FIU, North Alabama, and Louisiana Monroe would lose in an outright game and probably not even cover the spread against all 3 teams that Syracuse has faced. As far as this one goes, I do lean towards Syracuse plus the points. But again, just a lean, folks. And the only reason we broke this one down is because you guys kept talking about it. What's my take on the Georgia Tech game? No take at the current moment. Don't have a dollar on it, but we'll try and take a look at it if we get a chance. Probably going to stay away from some of the high spread games if we can. Rich Pena says buy up to 3. You know, I think Syracuse should have 0 issues getting the job done. Honest opinion. I think the books crush everybody that's playing on Liberty going off the 4-0. All right, so going to roll down the list. We're going to start breaking down some of these games. We're going to try and do some fire-off breakdowns and try and keep it as fast as possible. If we have plays on a game, I may not be able to break that one down. There's a lot of games on the board, so we will definitely try and take a look at all and most of the games that we can. Doug Honus, thanks for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday. Joseph, thanks for jumping on board. Guaranteed Saturday. Mr. Martinez, thanks for jumping on board the UFC. Remember, guys, buy the UFC. Buy the Guaranteed Max Fight Pick for $25, and you get the full card for free. You still get his guarantee, guaranteed to win, or you get the next one free. Lux, yes, their servers are down. And remember, Guaranteed Saturday, 50% off. Enter the promo code. I just put a link in the chat. 50SAT. Takes 50% off. Guaranteed Saturday. Chicken sauce, are we going over the Navy game? Maybe. Maybe. And remember the big combo package. 1 week of premium plays, 1 week of my personal plays, which I encourage you guys to come work with me if you never have. You get Guaranteed Saturday today. You get the UFC Max Fight Pick today. And you also get the big Sunday NFL Guaranteed Play tomorrow, which, by the way, we're 5-0 on the year. 5 weeks, 5 wins, number 6 coming tomorrow. All right, so the next one that we're going to break down, because you guys can see I'm pumped up, I'm amped up, I'm ready to roll. Jay Gonzalez, tell them about the combo and buy a year, get a year free. Yes, I just did the combo package. Any premium play package is buy a year, get a year free. Any year premium play package. If it has the one with my personal plays, the year of premium and a year in my personal, that one is also part of the 1 year package. Have I used my bookie? No, I have not. Jay Gonzalez says, yes, house picks hit. Trust me, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, next one we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the Pittsburgh and Miami game. All right, we're going to do Pitt and Miami next. Penny, is the Sunday play on the website? No. Due to COVID testing and all of that, won't be on there until late. CVEX says, Kyle drank some Red Bull this morning. Actually, I'm lacking. I haven't even finished my latte, and I just cracked open a Monster. So let me finish this one. We got a nice expensive latte machine in here, and I always make sure I do a double of it. And I guess the rest of the asshats in the office couldn't refill it with the coffee bean, so I had to do that shit this morning. But the next one that we're going to do, game 113, 114. There we go. Chicken Sauce says he put big money on Pitt, so he hopes I'm in line. Remember, not 100%. Not 100%. Che Hughes says he's got wings down. Nope. We got the Monster. And when we crack it, it's the Monster Splash of the day. All right, guys. Pittsburgh. 3-2 straight up. 1-3-1 against the spread. The Miami Hurricanes, 3-1 straight up. 3-1 against the spread, 2-2 to the over. Shapendi, yes, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. And here's the link to the Sunday one, which is on the guaranteed tab, but there you go. Jay Gonzalez says, chicken sauce to be certain, get Kyle's picks. Yvonne says, how's the ear? The ear is doing much better, but it's not all the way there. I don't have that ringing. It doesn't sound like there's a 747 taking off in my left ear. So I'm not literally trying to claw my ear out from the outside in. I still got a little bit of pressure, but they gave me that big ass horse pill, and it's working. Glockman says, this portion of Cappers Direct is sponsored by Monster, right? Monster needs to sponsor us, that's for sure. Looks, boss Kyle, quick question. When buying your Bitcoin, does your bank limit you? I buy mine through Cash App. I know you bet like 10K on games sometimes, so I was wondering. Cash App limits you to, I believe, $2,000 sending a day and only $10,000 receiving a week. If you need to buy bigger limits, use Coinbase or use, what is that app called? It's actually a really good app. Oh, what is it? The Atomic Wallet. Atomic Wallet. Definitely a great wallet. You can buy Bitcoin in it. You can sell it. You can transfer it. You can store it. Absolutely like that one. Use Vaseline and cotton in my ear when I shower. It'll help. You know, and I probably need to go see an ear, nose, and throat specialist for the fact that not every time, but I surf. I wake surf a lot in not the ocean, but in the lake. And last year I got like 3 ear infections, or two or 3 ear infections from surfing. Obviously, lake water in my ear. Yeah, Sean, BetOnline is down, unfortunately. Unfortunately, sucks. Always got to have different avenues to bet. I wish they'd give us a timetable. But we are going to take a look at that Pittsburgh game. Kenny Pickett, as of 5 minutes ago, or 25 minutes ago, is ruled out. Just so you know. Just so you know. Swimmers here, I've got the drops. I'm bad about putting them in, and I wake surf a lot, so I think what I need to do is I need to either keep the swimmers here in the boat or just give me some earplugs, and when I hop in the water, put them in anyways. Absurd says, Kyle, when you buy a package, it says to bet unit and a half a unit. Can you explain that? What it means? Is that percentage of bankroll? That's the UFC. FC does his UFC betting strategy way different than we do anything with our premium plays or my personal plays, which I always bet straight up. He'll put out his UFC and he'll structure it. So let's just say, absurd, that if your average bet is $100, we'll just go with that. So if your average bet is $100, 0.5, which it shouldn't say 0.5, it should be 0.5, so it should be a half a unit. You'd bet 50. Or if it says to bet 2 units, if 100 is your average, you would bet 200. So base it off of whatever your average bet is. If your average bet is 50, cut that in half, because 0.5 is half. Or 2 is double. But yes, Pittsburgh quarterback Kenny Pickett did not make the trip to Miami. That was released. He is the starting quarterback, great quarterback, and he is out. He actually has Pitt averaging 284 yards in the air, 7.5 yards per passing attempt, 125 on the ground as well. Not a problem observed. Nathan, good morning, sir. Nathan, good morning, sir. All right, going to get this good breakdown rolling. Mr. Beaker, thanks for jumping back on board my personal plays. Glad to have you, brother. I see you just renewed. So, with that being said, I'm sending them over to you right now. And again, remember, if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button. We go live 7 days a week. We do this fun stuff 7 days a week. All right? We have fun 7 days a week. Tomorrow we'll be live at the same time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. So for the 320 people that woke up early to watch Cap Nation Live, fan flipping tastic, let me tell you. All right? Absolutely love it. If you haven't done so, give us a big thumbs up in the video as well. Chrissy says, so Miami is a lock. No, I necessarily wouldn't rule that out, all right? A lot of these teams have very quality and capable quarterbacks, but we're going to take a look at everything, guys. So let's take a look at the odds on this one. I am going to refresh the odds now that that information came out. The line hasn't changed. Pitt is still laying 13. Catching 13. It went down a half a point. They were actually laying 13 and a half. So a little reverse line movement. They're probably getting people suckered into taking Pitt today, guys. But definitely not a lock by any means. First of all, Pitt 8-2 against the spread on the road versus an opponent after a game with a turnover margin of -2 or worse. Miami coming off that loss, 42-17 against Clemson. I don't know how many people were all over Miami in that game. Miami, they're going to beat Clemson. They're going to beat Clemson. They're catching 14. Clemson's laying 14. There's no way they cover against Miami. No flipping way. We took Clemson, and they smashed Miami just like they should have. Much better team. Now, these two teams did face off last year. It was a very low-scoring game, but guys, last year Miami's team is not this year. It was a 16-12 game last year, but not this year. All right? 4 out of the last 5 meetings have all gone under the total. This Miami team, a different program. Miami 6-14 against the spread versus an opponent after a conference straight-up loss. And we all know Pitt coming off that loss against Boston College. They lost 31-30 in that game, guys. Miami is 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games against Pittsburgh. Miami has covered the spread 7 out of the last 9 games. All right? And yes, they stuck it to them. They stuck it to them. All right? You've got Pittsburgh. They're averaging 125 yards a game on the ground, 3.2 yards per carry, as well as 284 in the air at 7.5 yards per passing attempt. That is with Kenny Pickett at the helm. He will be out today with his ankle injury. He did not make the trip. That's the kid that had that monster game against NC State, 411 passing yards in that game and 40 rushing yards. This kid can not only run the ball, he can pass the ball as well. He is out. All right? Miami on offense. They're averaging 36.8 points per game, 196 on the ground at 5.5 yards per carry. Run the ball. And they pass it pretty damn well as well this year. 229 in the air on average, 6.9 yards per passing attempt. Most of that work came against the likes of UAB, Louisville, and Florida State, who they dismantled. And then they faced Clemson, and they got shut down. They got shut down like no other. What do we expect from here? Let's take a look at the defense, all right? Pittsburgh's D has been awesome so far. Giving up just 52 rush yards a game on average, 1.7 yards per carry. 1.7 yards per carry. The Pittsburgh run defense has been flawless. That's against the likes of Boston College, NC State, Louisville, Syracuse, and Austin Peay, baby. All right? They have absolutely dominated. Now, the air attack. Giving up just 211 yards in the air. 6.7 yards per passing attempt. Again, another great number. Mr. Nishimoto from Hawaii, thank you for jumping back on board. Actually, thanks for jumping on board the combo package. It's been about a month since you've been with us. Glad to have you back on board, my brother. If you're watching Stanley, it is always my pleasure to have you on board. Just sent you my personal plays. Everything else is online. As far as this one goes, first we're going to take a look at that Miami defense. All right, let's take a look at that big Miami Hurricane defense and see what we come up with. All right, as far as right now, first of all, Pittsburgh defense is going to give Miami problems. All right, the defense of Pittsburgh will give them problems. That is a fact. All right, Miami's defense, they average giving up 174 yards on the ground, 4.5 yards per carry, 246 in the air at 6.5 yards per passing attempt. Miami is -2 on the turnovers. That part I don't like. The Pittsburgh defense in Pittsburgh, they're +3 on turnovers, which means they're receiving more turnovers than they're actually committing. Shapenny, thank you for jumping on board the Sunday play. We will email once that one is out as well, and it's going to be a monster weekend. All right, guys? As far as this one goes, first of all, defensive-wise, first of all, you have to take a look at Pittsburgh and you got to question their defense. When you look at these numbers, they're too low to believe. All right, when you take a look at the numbers that Pittsburgh has been putting up on defense, they're massive. They're massive. So you take a look. Well, who have they played? They played Austin Peay, 55-0. Okay, throw that one right out the window. They played Syracuse. They beat them 21-10. Throw that one right out the window. They beat Louisville 23-20. Quality team. They beat NC State. Or actually, they lost to NC State 30-29. And they lost 31-30 to Boston College. All quality competition. Now, these may not be huge monster schools that they're keeping to 51 rush yards a game, but they're holding their own on defense, all right? They've got 2 losses on the year, and their defense has done absolutely a fantastic job keeping them in those games. If it wasn't for their defense, they'd have been blown out in some of those games, losing by 1 point. Now, the big question for Pittsburgh today, Kenny Pickett's out. Ruled out 35 minutes ago. Through 5 games, he's thrown 108 or completed 108 out of 180 passes for just under 1,400 yards and 8 touchdowns. It can be a big monster loss for Pitt. If you guys are on Pitt, I'm rooting for you. I don't have $1 on this game, but I definitely feel for you. They're going to have 2 freshman quarterback to choose from. All right? They get 2 freshman quarterback today. Other than that, oh boy. And I haven't seen who they're going to go with, either Joey Yellen or Davis Bavell. Between those 2, I don't know who they're going to go with. Gio, thank you for jumping back on board my personal plays. You guys are too kind jumping on my personal plays. Sending them to you right now, my brother. I know you're on premium plays and the guaranteed play on the weekend. All right, Gio, if you're watching, sir, I just texted them to you. CVX says, so that says it all. Is anyone having trouble logging into their bookmaker account, or is it just me? I don't have a bookmaker. Matt, Syracuse is getting points against Liberty. Take Syracuse. I'm not opposed to that one at all. I gave a lean out on that one. And remember, you have until 3:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific to get on board our guaranteed Saturday play. We don't have a lot of early plays, all right? I'm going to be honest with you. We have 4 premium plays today. Only one of them is a 12 o'clock game. After that, they're all after that. Same thing with my personal plays. I put out 4 personal plays today. Only 1 is early. Everything is later today, all right? Everything that we're taking is later today for the most part. Jay Gonzalez, is Kyle's picks included in the combo package? If you buy the combo package, yes, it's included. My personal plays are included. My personal plays are included. All right, so as far as this one goes, if I got to take a lean on it, I would have said Pitt plus the points. Later is greater. I like that. I would have said Pitt plus the points before Kenny Pickett going down. Daniel says, hopped on the UFC Max pick again. Deals are too sweet to pass up. And again, guys, buy the Max fight pick. You get the full card for free, the $30 card. Every single fight pick you get for free. Howard Brown, any free plays? We've got one on the board. I'll flash it, but we're going to be breaking down more here for you guys here shortly. Most of our plays are going to be coming later in the day. But as far as the Pitt and Syracuse or Pitt and Miami game, guys, I'm gonna be real honest. I would have been inclined to probably put a bet on Pittsburgh myself if Pickett was going to be in. A lot of times we wait to release plays because we know players are injured. We knew Pickett was injured with an ankle injury all week long. There was rumors about him not playing, not making the trip. We weren't able to confirm it. If we were able to confirm that he made the trip, 100% was going to play, we probably would have a play on him. The fact that they don't is more of a stay away to me. It's more of a stay away to me. If he was playing, Even though they're supposed to have rain or thunder showers in the middle of this game, I would have been inclined to take the over, except Pittsburgh's defense. That was the only thing that scared me about the over. That's why I stayed off of it. Even if it wasn't going to rain, I would still stay off the over. Add in the sloppy weather, add in Pickett out. The total has dropped a little bit with him being out. The total is still 47. I think the Pittsburgh defense will still hold and keep Miami in check. The thing that I don't like, and I'm going to be real honest with you guys know I'm an over better. I will take an under if it makes sense. I will take an under if it makes sense. I don't like betting unders because they're not as fun, especially in college football. We can see 47 points put up in 20 minutes of play. All right, there's 15 per quarter, there's 30 per half. We can see 47 put up before the end of a second quarter or any second quarter. That part I don't like. It's college football. When the defenses break down, it's a shootout of who can't stop who. That part I don't like about college. I'd rather take an over than an under. But guys, the numbers don't lie. Pittsburgh defense is an absolute lockdown defense. Daniel says 2020 is the year of the overs. That's a fact. That is a fact. There's zero defense going on. However, Pittsburgh's defense, I like what they've done. However, their last two games have all gone over against the likes of NC State and Boston College. Their defensive numbers were padded and statted against Austin Peay, Louisville, and Syracuse. As far as this one, I'm going to say, even with the slop, can pick it out. I still think they're able to get enough to get the over. Stevie Steves, do I have any overs on my personal plays? I have one. One game total. And you guys know me, we usually hit them. So I'm going to go out on a limb, even though the line dropped to 46.5 minus $1.15. I'm going to take a stab, and I'm going to take a lean. You can go back and forth. Honestly, I think the under is probably the play. I'm just afraid to take it. Under 47. And again, that's why it's a lean. That's why it's a straight lean, is because you can see me wish-washy going back and forth. I can plead a case for the over. I can plead a case for the under. Kenny Pickett being out. Pitt's defense. Slop weather. I'll take the under. As far as the side goes, I'll root for Chicken Sauce, who says he's big on Pitt, but I don't have an opinion on that game. Alrighty, so we're going to break down some more games. Going to try and get as many of them as we can in before the games start. Going to try and get as many of these in as we can. Alrighty, next one that we'll do. Somebody give me a 12 o'clock game. Pittsburgh game is risky, I believe. I do believe so. Somebody give me a 12 o'clock game and we will break it down. Yes. Let's see if you guys guess it. If you guys guess the right one that I'm thinking, I will give you a free play on it. If you guys guess the right one, I will give you a free play on it. So post up in the comment section which game you want me to break down of the 12 o'clock games. And if you guys guess the right one, if I have a play on it, I will break down that game. Joe Dirt, thank you, sir. It's not Kansas and West Virginia. It's not the Navy game. It's not the Clemson game. Look at everybody thinking that because I was a sailor, that I'm instantly on the Navy game. I can tell you, I'm not on the Navy game. Tim, we're frozen. All right, think I will get that one fixed. We are frozen. Look at that. You guys don't got to put your ugly mugs on camera, right? All right, so let's see here. All right, so now that you guys both guessed both sides of it, let's take a poll. All right, premium or personal? Premium or personal? Which one do you want? Which one do you want? See, I'm being a good husband. I'm ordering my wife breakfast and having it sent to the house. But Uber Eats is giving me problems because I'm not located at the house. It's saying I'm too far away. Look at that. Personal, premium. And I know what's going to happen. People that are on premium are going to want personal. People that are on personal are going to want premium. All right, so it was pretty deciding on what it was. It's pretty split down the middle, so what we're going to do, I'm going to use the same magic coin that I used to flip the games, all right? The same magic coin that we used to flip the games. Mr. Albert Zappatelli, thank you, sir, for jumping back on board with me. I know you were on the package that kept you going until the NBA Finals. Glad to have you back on board, my brother. Sending you the plays right now. And remember, you guys have plenty of time to get on board. I only have one early game. Mike said that's why I said premium. All right, so I don't have a coin. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip this trusty Wells Fargo RSA device, all right? We're going to flip this lucky one. We're going to call the side with the numbers heads, the ascend is tails, all right? Heads up, we get a premium. Tails up, we get a personal. And I promise this is not how I pick my games, all right? I literally take darts and I throw them, all right? That's how we do it. All right, we name the teams, pictures of your ugly ex-girlfriends. All right? So in this case, it could be Auburn and South Carolina and Kentucky and Tennessee. All right? And you take the dart, and whichever one you get, that's the one we do. All right? Do a backflip. Man, first of all, I plow into the TVs. That's not a green screen. And second of all, I probably wouldn't even make it up. But first, Mr. Abijani, thank you for signing back up on the combo package. I'm texting you my personal plays right now. Premiums are on the website. Guaranteed Saturdays on the website, which, sir, you have plenty of time to get on board. That's a lot of threes in your cell phone number. Welcome back on board. Haven't been with me since 2 days after Christmas. Glad to have you back, brother. All right, here we go. Do we do best out of three or just one? Best out of three or just one? Gotta hurry. We might be able to squeeze in another early breakdown. What if it lands right in the middle? Well, it won't. It'll either land this way or that way. One of the two, as I don't have a coin. Remember, there's a coin shortage in the United States of America. Remember, I didn't say I was giving you the winner. I was going to break down the game. Just kidding. I'm giving you guys a winner. Best out of one? All right. That's what it is. Best out of one. So here we go. Screen up, premium screen down. Personal. And I'll let it bounce off my big gut. All right, here we go. Premium it is. It's right here. The dice don't lie. All right. The dart thrower doesn't lie. I actually have the coin flip app on my phone. Believe it or not, I do. Believe it or not, I do. All right, one and done it is. One and done just like this winner. We're going to break it down. Kentucky, Tennessee. But don't worry. If you're on premium plays, I'm going to hook you guys all up with something special as well, all right? We do have something special for the chat. We do have something special just for you guys. That is coming up. But first, before we break down the Kentucky and Tennessee game, got to put a little of this monster down. Reg says best out of 3 now. All right, so refresh these lines. Kentucky, Tennessee, get ready to face off. Where's my brother Daniel at? I know you're watching. Big Vols fan, Vols graduate, Vols alum. I know you got some say in this one. As of right now, Kentucky, you can get laying or catching 6.5 at -105 or 7 at -125. Tennessee, you can get at -7 plus 105, or you can get them -6.5 at -$1.15. Total on this one, over and under 45, 44.5 is -$1.17. All right, it's came down 0.5 point since this morning. Just 0.5 point. CVAC, what's the second free play? We haven't got there yet. Slow your roll, settle down, chill out, lay off the Red Bull, calm down. We're getting to it. Exactly, the only one that's allowed to call me daddy is my wife and my 4-year-old. All right, so obviously I need to pull this one up. Game 133, 134. Luckily for you guys, we're ready to rock and roll. This game, guys, in my opinion, is going to be a fantastic game. Not only is it going to put money in our pockets, Jazz haven't given out a soccer play yet. We haven't got that far. 133 Kentucky, 134 Tennessee. Kentucky, 1-2 straight up, 1-2 against the spread, and 1-2 to the over. Tennessee, 2-1 straight up, 1-1 against the spread, and 2-1 to the over. Taking a look at Tennessee, first of all, they are coming off a loss against Georgia where they got beat down. They were catching 12.5. They lost 44-21. That game did go over the total of 44. Why? Because Georgia put up 44. Now, they did win against Missouri. They beat them 35-12. They were laying 10. They covered the spread, but it stayed under the 48.5. Jess, you're all good, buddy. Don't worry, it's coming. They beat South Carolina in their very first opening game. They beat them by 4. They were laying 4. It was a push against the spread. If you took Tennessee on the money line, you had a nice win there. It did go over the total of 45 with a 31-27 victory. Taking a look at Kentucky. They started out the year. They lost 2. But let's be honest, Kentucky hasn't had the easiest of season to start yet. All right? Purple Haze, did I send out my personal plays? I did. If you didn't get them, send me a text message. Or it could be because you need to renew your package. I don't know. I don't know the screen name Purple Haze. Not off the top of my head. I apologize. But feel free to send me a text message if you're on my personal plays and you did not get them yet. And I'll send them to you right now. I got my phone in my hand. We got the money phone in my hand. Now, take a look at Kentucky. Game number 1 of the season. They played Auburn. They lost 29-13. They were catching 6. They lost by 16. Game stayed under the total of 46.5. Close, but no cigar. Then they played Ole Miss. They got old Kiffin. All right, Lane Kiffin got the best of them. beating them 42-41. They were laying 6.5. They lost. They did not cover the spread. It did go over the total of 63 in a game that we saw 83. Against Mississippi State. Against Mike Leach in the air raid attack. They were laying 3.5. And they held Mike Leach and his Mississippi State team to a whopping 2 points. That's it. 2 points. As far as what we're going to expect today, first of all, Kentucky 15-5 against the spread against efficient offenses, averaging less than 13.20 yards per point. Tennessee 5-20 against the spread in their last 25 games versus an opponent after a game with a turnover margin of +2 or better. Kentucky 13-2 to the under on the road as an underdog of 7 or less points. Take that stat, file it in the trash can, and throw that shit right out the window. Give me 1 second, folks. I do apologize. Give me 1 second, folks. I ordered my wife breakfast and they're delivering it, but they don't have the gate code, so I got to text them the gate code. As far as this game goes, when you start taking a look at it, first of all, what happened last year, throw it out the window. The year before that, throw it out the window. The last 2 years have gone under the total. 3 before that have gone over the total as well. Screen, would you be willing to start putting your leans and bets on the screen? It might just be me, but I missed a couple of leans in a few videos. I don't have room for the leans on the free play board. Free plays go up on the free play board. The Vibe Interactive free play board is for free plays and free plays only. Leans are exactly that, just leans. I do apologize. But again, leans are there to try and help you guys. If you guys are leaning one direction or another, maybe give you guys insight or look into something that maybe, or an angle you normally wouldn't see. But as far as free plays, Andrew, that's weird that you didn't get today's plays already. Just send them to you again. I just sent them to you again, Andrew. Random food driver has it now. No, I got a temporary one. I got a temporary one into the property. But yeah, we do live in a gated community, small gated community. All right, so back to this one, guys. First of all, Kentucky averaging 26 points a game. Tennessee 29. Kentucky 212 yards a game on the ground on average, 5 yards a carry, averaging 6 yards per passing attempt at 154 yards. Kentucky's offense through the air has struggled. Tennessee averaging 121 on the ground. 3.3 yards per carry. Where they've struggled on the ground, it has allowed them to set up a play-action pass at times, averaging just 222 in the air, 7.3 yards per passing attempt. When it comes to defense, all right, these teams' defense are giving up yardage and giving up points. They're giving up 24.3 points per game for Kentucky, 27.7 for Tennessee, who gives up 136 on the ground, as well as 249 in the air. Kentucky, 83 on the ground is what their defense has been holding teams to, but they've been getting torched in the secondary. Both teams are in the plus category on turnovers. I think turnovers happen in this game, folks. Kentucky coming in +7 through 4 games, or through 3 games in the turnover department. Tennessee +1. My only thing with the turnovers is I hope it doesn't happen in the red zone. When a turnover happens in the red zone, it flips the whole field of possession. All right? Flips the whole field of possession. That part I don't like. That part I don't like. But I don't think they're going to happen there. All right? But then again, turnovers are the luck of the draw where they happen. But again, We are taking a play on this, and it does start in 9 minutes, so I want to get everybody on it. We are taking the over. It's dropped a half a point. It's down to 44.5 minus $1.17 or 45 if you're getting it at 45. I know the under probably might look more appealing to the naked eye, but when you start breaking it down and you start taking a look at what's been happening in some of the other games, Georgia putting up 44 against Tennessee, 35-12 against Missouri, 31-27 against South Carolina. The Auburn game was 29-13 for Kentucky, 41-42 against Ole Miss, 24-2 against Mississippi State. They ain't playing Mississippi State here, all right? I think this one we see a lot of back and forth. I think we see a lot of sloppiness by the defense. We'll see some sloppiness by the offense, which will probably lead to a turnover deep in somebody's own zone, which will put even more plays up on the board, or points up on the board, excuse me. So as far as this one goes, free play, Kentucky, Tennessee, over 44.5. Kentucky, Tennessee, over 44.5, minus $1.17. If you get it at 45, that's fine too. I already bet it. Holy moly. Moving this one around. The O is over. What was the juice on it? Minus 117. If you get 45, I'm sure that's perfectly fine. That's what we put it out earlier. I have two bets on it, one at 44.5 and one at 45. So I'm not worried about 45 at all. Okay, guys? Not worried about 45 at all. Now, I'm going to continue to break down games for a little bit. All right? I'm going to try and break down some of these later games. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me one quick second. So get that one in. I'll leave it up on the free play board for you guys for just a few minutes. We'll get that one up there for you guys for just a few minutes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get you guys on another free play. We're going to break down some games. We're going to have some fun. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. As far as the first quarter over or anything like that on this one, I'm staying off of, okay? Full disclaimer, I'm staying off of. And make sure that you gotta hate delivery drivers that don't read their messages. Okay, so we're going to continue to break down games. We're going to continue on with our search for winners. I'm not content with what we did so far today. There we go. Now I'll get my ugly mug back on the screen. Okay, I'm not content with what we've done for today. So we're going to continue on. Game start in 5 minutes. Going down the list, somebody asked, a lot of people asked about the Navy and ECU game. Guys, I'm off of this one. I can't trust Navy this year. I know they smashed them last year. I know they smashed ECU last year. I just can't trust them, okay? I can't trust Navy to get the job done in that one. Real champ, am I betting Major League Baseball? As of right now, my personal plays, that's all that I have. If I get another one later, I will add it. But as of right now, I'm not playing anything on baseball with the exception of the one premium play. Chido says, keep hitting the like button. Kyle gets very generous when he gets many likes. That I do. That I do. Derek Lewis, you got 45.5. I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you're fine. We will do the Georgia-Alabama game. We will do that one. We are going to break down that one. Matter of fact, Lucky says, definitely love the free plays on the board for sure. Thanks for adding that to the show. You're very welcome. It was a very expensive pick-me-up, let me tell you. The Vibe Interactive board is a $6,000 board that we use, and we'll start using for more live interactive shows and all of that stuff. Alex says it just went to 45.5. I wonder why. I wonder why. It's because we're all in here betting it all of a sudden. We're all in here betting it all of a sudden. Remember, am I staying live during the games? I'm going to be live for just a little bit longer. Remember, I've been live for 3 hours already, almost 3 hours already. Am I going to be live during the games? No, I'm not going to sit here during all the games. That's for sure. Bet River 44.5. There you go. There you go. Perfect rotation. You need me for moral support. Am I going to crack a beer after the live? It's 9 o'clock in the morning, so Spicy Bloody Mary sounds better. But no, I'm still working on the Monster, and then I got to work. I still got to, I'm not at home. I'm in the office still, but not to say we don't have beer here, but I need to Shannon, thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for jumping back on board. I know I texted you my personal plays. You should have got them this morning. Just making sure you got my personal plays for this morning. You should have already had access because I know you were owed a day of premium. At least premium. I think you're owed a day on premium, but I just made it premium and personal. And then we'll actually start your days technically starting tomorrow. But yeah, you're good to go now for the for everything. I don't see your order, but it hasn't came through yet, or maybe you're getting ready to. But I haven't seen it yet. Or maybe I missed it earlier. I don't know. Jay Shep says, lean on the Alabama game. We're going to break down that one here in a minute. But first, all right? But first things first. First things first. First things first. Gotta play for ya. Gotta play for ya. Free play. You know, I need a soundboard. I need a soundboard. I definitely need a soundboard. We need a soundboard that sounds when we're giving out a free play. And for everybody that boned out because the games are starting, you suckers missed out. You suckers missed out. Free play coming your way. Free play coming your way. Jay Shep says, I'll DJ for you. I need a soundboard. That we need. Soccer free play. Co-host. They actually need to hire me somebody. That they do. Soccer free play. Coming your way. English Premier League. I need a gold chain. They definitely are missing out. English Premier League. Arsenal, Manchester City. I'm reading the comments. Over 2.5. It's minus 168. Mike Smith, I'm gonna if you guys know of a soundboard that would be great for sound effects and stuff, I will buy it right now. All right, I will buy it right now. I need to figure out. Nikki says soccer W2F. Yep, we bet soccer here. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. But I did advertise free soccer winner today. Put out a video yesterday. Said if you want a free soccer play, because we got a lot of people. I got to tell you guys, the people that didn't bet during the old coronavirus when sports got shut down after March Madness, you guys missed out on so much free money. It was insane. There wasn't many games to choose from. We had Belarus soccer. We had Nicaraguan soccer before everything else opened up. We cleaned up. We cleaned up betting soccer. I made more money betting soccer in coronavirus than I did in my entire life combined betting soccer. Now, you're in the sports betting industry. You can either disappear and go hide under a rock, or you can take lemons and you can smash some lemonade. And that's exactly what we did. There is Dr. Franco stealing word. Thank you, Dr. Franco. Good morning or good afternoon to you. I hope you're being treated very well. Just literally just sucked the words right out of my mouth. There's more money wagered on soccer around the world than any other sport combined. And we absolutely crushed it. So, let's load up that Vibe Interactive free play board, because I wasn't happy just giving 2 free plays. And this one starts in 26 minutes. Over 2.5 is minus 165. There's a little bit of juice taxed onto it, but hey, juice only matters when you lose, and we're winning this one right down here. If you don't like it, you don't have to bet it, but I got to tell you something. We had a lot of clients that didn't bet it. They all bet it now. They all caught on. They all caught on. Nick Hub says, who cares what sport it in? If it makes money, that's all that matters. Fact. Mike Z, good morning, sir. Scott, I did get music. He sent me a link to his YouTube channel. I need to email him back. I've been so busy. A link to the YouTube video does me no good. And I need to make sure, because it was a remix, I need to make sure the audio is either him and the background music is his and original. Because I don't want no copyright claims because he's rapping to the background music, or it's his background music and somebody's voice. Just want to make sure that way I don't get a copyright claim. Rich, have you been on any of the Korean baseball games? Been watching them, but haven't put any money? We bet the snot out of KBO and the Nippon League. Tim, the EPL, English Premier League. Mad Capper, it is. It's in the work. It's in the works. It's in the works. But we do have those shirts coming out with the goat symbol. And if you guys haven't seen the I Bet with the Goat, you can't really see it all too well on this screen. Actually, yeah, you can. Here you go. I'll flash it right there. We actually have a couple different variations of the I Bet with the GOAT Cappers Nation Live show logo. People are going to freak out, think we just got off live there. But no, we're still here, baby. Nathan says, Kyle's Howard Stern of sports betting. It's over 3. Well, you should try and find a book because most books give you options. If you could only get 3, yeah, you can bet it. You're probably playing at worst case scenario for a push, but I think it should have 0 issues getting over 3, in my personal opinion. And that's why I bet it. And that's why I bet it. Jeff says you're watching live, and thank you for the text. We are squeezing those lemons, right? We absolutely are. And thank you, Jeff, for tuning in as well up in Canada. We love all of our Canadian clients and friends and family and viewers, as well as everybody around the world. Philippines, Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand. Everybody around the world. Agua Frost is excited for the UFC. Guys, let's talk about the UFC for a minute. Because there's been some confusion on what is the package for the UFC. First of all, if you buy the max fight pick today, it's $25 for FC's guaranteed max fight pick. And I don't pick the UFC. Thank God I don't pick the UFC. Thank God we have an expert for the UFC. But he's got it on sale this week. Buy the guaranteed max fight pick for $25. He's giving you the full card absolutely free. Okay? He's giving you the full card absolutely free. Leonard says, if it lands on 3, I won't complain, but I can only afford to lay 120 on a total. Thanks, Kyle. The difference between laying 120 and 165, in my opinion, is not very much. Andrew says, does Donald Trump have value at plus 170? Not trying to get political, just curious if it's worth betting. Do you want my honest opinion? Yes, but I would wait. Trust me, not to get political, because there's 3 topics we don't discuss. Politics, religion, and how much money's in or not in your bank account. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care who you pray to or who you don't pray to. And I don't care how much money you got in your bank account, your pocket, or how much you don't have. All right? Those things don't matter to me. But as far as a betting standpoint goes, he was plus 200 on Bet Online. And I was getting ready to make a wager, a nice substantial wager. And it dropped down to like 180 or 185. And I was getting ready to do it. If it comes back up, I will put a nice substantial wager on. I'm trying to get it at plus 200 if I can. I'm trying to get greedy. I should probably just take it where it was and call it a day. But, yeah, I think there's value in it. Yeah, Tom says live betting a soccer game, you could usually get a lower line as long as there's no goal in the first 10 to 15 minutes. Very true. Very true. You know, Andrew, he won. First of all, he won the election last time. You got to ask yourself, ask your friends around you. And I don't care who you vote for. As far as a betting standpoint, ask your friends around you. You know, who are you voting for? Are you switching? Did you vote for, Trump last time? Are you still voting for him this time? Take a poll among your friends. Or better yet, go to your Facebook. Go to Joe Biden's page. See how many of your friends follow him. Then go to your Facebook or do the same thing with Trump and see how many follow him. Take your best guess. You only have 2 candidates to worry about. You either got Biden or you got Trump. It doesn't matter to me who you vote for. But if as far as a betting standpoint, would you lay 2-1 on Joe? I won't even insult him and call him Sleepy Joe, all right? I won't even do that. You going to lay 2-1 on him? If all your friends have switched side, then I'd lay 2-1 on them. If they haven't, then the plus 170, I think it's a coin flip. As far as the betting standpoint, it's a coin flip. I'll take the plus money every single time. CVAC says it's both garbage. Yes and no. I think there's better candidates out there that just don't want to run. I think there's better candidates out there that don't just that don't want the scrutiny. I mean, let's be honest. It'd be pretty cool if you were the president of the United States of America, but I wouldn't want that title. I wouldn't want the scrutiny that comes with it. That's for sure. But anyways, enough of the politics. As far as the betting angle, I think there's value at the plus 170. Yes, 100%. Jay Hughes says he likes turtles better. Absolutely, the Tijuana Turtles. I do have a turtle going on my arm. Well, we got the shell back, but King Neptune and the whole works. We like turtles. Karen C says, my 401k has never looked better. That tells you a lot right there. All right, guys. So we are going to do the Alabama and Georgia game now. All right? That's the one we're going to do. I promised you it. It's in the subject line. If it's in the subject line, I got to do it. If not, the haters are going to hate and beat me up. But again, the haters are going to hate and they're going to beat me up regardless. It don't matter if I go 2-0. Somebody with a fake account is going to post on our YouTube, you suck. It just happens. Every single time. It don't matter how many we win in a row. Somebody's going to say it. Again, to the people that have been commenting, thank you. You guys have been, I appreciate the love and support. YSL, thank you, says sweep on the free plays. Tim says, Kyle, you are good at what you do. Thank you, sir. Pat says, great day. Winning money is definitely more fun than losing it. Absolutely. Winning is fun. And if you're not winning, you need to come over here. Mr. Grover says, great job, sir. Let's sweep again today. Absolutely. That's the name of the game. Jay Hughes says, you got it at 49.5 before it goes up. No problem. Thunder MVP, what is going on? Gave us the big thumbs up, the GOAT symbol. Matt Chris says, appreciate you, Kyle. Love the breakdowns. Thank you, sir. Joshua in the Philippines says, really good job, sir. Kyle, I win because of your great decision-making, and I trust you. You trust your fans also. Thanks, sir. Kyle, see you later, 10 p.m. here in the Philippines. Always take care. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you for tuning in. Jay Hugh also says, thank you for the over on the BYU game. Also took the game at -5, won big. See you at the barber shop. Absolutely. Troy Brown, you're welcome. Tom, you're welcome. Where's that one comment? The one comment disappeared. Oh, no, it's still up there. It's still up there. Where's this douchebag at? I don't know where it went now. It's gone. Might have disappeared. In-game betting, the game just started. It really doesn't matter if it drops to something or not right away. Gotta love the fake accounts and the haters. We love them all. We love them all. We love them all. It don't matter if you love us or you hate us. We love you all. Haters gonna hate. Absolutely. The shirt I wore yesterday. We are accepting new haters because the old ones are starting to like me. Navy up 6-0 on the team you can't trust. Remember, in college football, sometimes it just takes a score to get the scoring party started. Just got to get that scoring party started. All right, guys, game we're going to break down now. 165 and 166, Georgia, Alabama. This should be a good one, folks. This should be a good one. Now, I've been live with you guys, but somebody in the beginning said Nick Saban is officially announced he will be on the sidelines. If you guys thought Nick Saban wouldn't be on the sidelines with Georgia visiting Alabama, I don't know what you guys were thinking. Georgia 3-0 straight up, 2-1 against the spread, 1-2 to the over. Alabama 3-0 straight up, 1-2 against the spread, and 3-0 to the over. Oh boy, here we go. All right, guys, here we go. I am going to give this one a good refresh. That way we get the most updated and accurate lines. You've got Alabama laying 3 minus $1.20 or 3.5 minus 105. Plus 3.5 is minus $1.15 for Georgia. Total, never mind, that's the first half line. Scratch that. That's the first half line. I was like, wow, total's only 29. Bet the over for as much money as I can get on it. Alabama laying 5.5, minus $1.10. Minus 5 is minus 115. Plus 5.5 is minus $1.10. Total over and under 58 is minus $1.16. Individual team totals has Georgia at 26.5 minus $1.15. Alabama at 31.5. All right. Take a look at both of these programs. First of all, let's skip to the numbers. Let's skip right to the numbers. Georgia averaging 36 points per game. Alabama 51. First of all, these numbers with Alabama, these aren't against the likes of the Citadels, the Liberties, the gimme games. All right? Missouri, Texas A&M, and Ole Miss. These are numbers, straight conference play numbers, right out of the get-go. Alabama averaging 51 points a game, 175 yards on the ground, 5.1 yards per carry, 385 in the air at 12.7 yards per passing attempt. Georgia, 172 on the ground and 248 in the air. They're averaging 3.8 yards per rush. Not as big a number as I'd like to see coming out of Georgia, powerhouse out of the SEC, but it's enough to establish the play-action pass, which is why they're averaging at least 7.3 yards per passing attempt and 36 points per game. Robert S. says, call me crazy, but I think Georgia covers this one. May not win, but I think this time Kirby Smart doesn't screw up. I don't know about the Kirby Smart. Now, before we talk about the defensive numbers, Georgia 13-3-1 against the spread on the road, revenging a loss. Alabama 5-11 against the spread against an opportunistic offense, averaging less than 12.35 yards per point. And Alabama's 8-2 on the under at home before they got a face-off against Tennessee. What that matters has no bearing whatsoever. I like repeating sometimes stupid stats because people throw them out there like they matter. But then I tell you, even though it says that, it has no bearing on the game today. When you take a look at what each team's done, let's take a look at each team, and then we'll talk about the defense, all right? Missouri. Alabama played them in week 1. They beat them 38-19. Went over the total of 54.5. Week 2, they got Texas A&M. They beat them 52-24. They covered the 18. It went over the total of 54. Well, Alabama had 52 of the 54. Against Ole Miss, they beat them 63-48. There was a total of 74, so that one obviously went over. They did not cover the 24 they were laying. Take a look at Georgia through their 3 games. Week 1, they played Arkansas. They beat them 37-10. Did not go over the 53 total. They did not cover the 28. Against Auburn, they won 27-6. They won. They covered the 7.5 they were laying, and it stayed under. Now against Tennessee, the game finally went over. 44-21 with a game with 65 points. Went well over the total of 44. Hell, Georgia put up 44 by themselves, and they covered the 12.5 points. Lucky, I like that. I like that. I'm going to post that if you don't mind. I'm going to post that screenshot, that picture on my Twitter. Now let's take a look at the defense for both programs. First of all, Georgia allowing just 12.3 points per game. Alabama, that big number, 30.3. Brandon says, in the betting props option, what's a little big win? I don't know. What's a little big win? Eggs all in one basket can definitely be a pickle. But let's be honest, guys. Sites could get attacked anywhere. It could be your Wells Fargo account, which actually happened to Wells Fargo not long ago. Georgia has been holding teams to 38 yards rushing the ball, 1.5 yards per passing attempt, holding teams to 198 in the air, 5.2 yards per passing attempt. Alabama holding teams 151 on the ground and 322 in the air. Alabama's secondary has been getting torched. Look for Georgia to exploit that today. Both are in the plus category in turnovers. Alabama +1, Georgia +4. Guys, we talk about this every year when we see this matchup. Cortland, what's going on, my brother? We see this every single matchup. How many times do people take the under in these matchups? 4 out of the last 5 have all gone over the total. Last year, the year before that, we talked about this during the live chat. Everybody last year, 18, if you guys remember. And I remember this specifically in this matchup. Under. Not necessarily the case. There is a trend that a lot of people don't track. When you get 2 prolific, standout Power 5 teams in the Power 5 conference like the SEC, where defense rules, SEC defense is some of the best that there is in the country. We already know that, okay? Both of these programs have 2 of the best defenses in the country when it's all said and done. And 2 of the best programs. Actually, they're top 3 technically, but until Clemson gets knocked off, these guys are 2 and 3. But one thing that we always see, something breaks down. You have 2 powerhouses on offense, you got 2 powerhouses on defense. Although the Alabama defense is not what it used to be. The Alabama defense is exploitable. They're giving up over 30 points per game. They're giving up tons of yardage in the air, 322, and 151 yards on the ground. That's enough for the Georgia offense to put points up. Now, I don't have a play on this one, okay? I don't have an official play on this. I don't. Of course, we take the over in the Kentucky game and it's 0-0. Still plenty of time, but it's definitely not starting out so swell. As far as this one goes, we always seem something that has to break. Okay? I think the defenses break. I think the defenses break down just like they have in years past. See, Max, we talked about the fumbles. We talked about the turnovers. The only problem with turnovers is if they happen in your own, or in the red zone or on the other side of the field. Now, if they happen deep in your own zone, fantastic. The other team will have a nice, easy chance to score. But if turnovers don't happen in the right place, it's just a waste of time. But again, we're only laying, 45 points? That's nothing in college. We only need a couple quarters for that one. We just need them to get the scoring party started. It takes 1, and it's coming. But as far as this one goes, as far as the Alabama-Georgia game, I don't have an official play on it. But I'm pretty strong on my opinion of the over 58. Chapenny says 3 fumbles. Yuck. As far as this one goes, I'm very strong on my opinion on the over. Now the side with Alabama coming in as a 5.5-point favorite, you get them at 5 minus $1.15, I think is risky. I think it's real risky. Georgia is a live dog every time they play Alabama. Doesn't matter if it's at home. Doesn't matter if it's in the national championship game. Georgia is a live dog every single time they play Alabama. So as far as this one goes, you can get 6 minus $1.18. Who do I think wins? No opinion on the outcome of the game. I just know it's going to be a close game. I feel it's going to be a close game. If I had to pick a side, I would take Georgia plus the 6 at minus 118 or plus 5.5, minus $1.10, whatever you can get it at. I think the safer bet would be a teaser, possibly teasing Georgia down as well as the total down, teasing Georgia in the over, possibly, would definitely be an option or a consideration. And who knows, maybe I bet that and put it out as a free play later today. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. All right, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably should. I'll post a link to it. And don't forget, guys, the guaranteed Saturday play, you guys got 3 hours to get on board. All right, we've only had one premium and one personal play go off, so there's still 3 premiums and 3 personal plays. So if you're not on board, you need to really get on board. There's a link to my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'll probably post something a little bit later today. 50% off coupon for guaranteed Saturday. Enter the promo code 50SAT50SAT. We'll get you 50% off guaranteed Saturday, guaranteed to win, or we will give you the next one absolutely free. Yeah, everybody in the world will ride Alabama. Everybody in the world will ride Alabama. Ian, what's going on? Says little big win is a big margin. I bet 1 to 13 and 14 plus. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. All right, guys and gals. So there's that one. As far as this one goes, if there was anything I would probably tease Georgia in the over, to be honest. But other than that, I don't have $1 on this game yet, so make sure you follow me on Twitter. If I end up making a play on this game, I will post it on Twitter for free. All right? I'll post it on Twitter for free. Now, remember, Bill McDonald, 3.25, that's too high. Too high, in my opinion. I got 2.5. Now, as far as tomorrow's live show, we will be live tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, dark and early. We're going to break down. We'll try and touch every NFL game tomorrow, regardless if we're on it or not. To everybody that tunes in, I appreciate all the love and support. Give us a big thumbs up. Drop us a comment. 9-0 Auburn. Win for 2. Don't like that at all. I don't like that at all either. I don't like that at all. As long as Auburn wins, I'll be happy. Ghostcraft says Florida State #1 in the country. I believe the AP poll says different, but okay. Georgia Tech generally gives Clemson, a little trouble early. Mike Smith, you'll hit it. You'll hit it, brother. All right, guys, I'm going to flash that free play board over again. Don't forget the big combo package. A week of premium plays, a week of my personal plays. The big guaranteed Saturday play, the UFC Max Fight Pick, as well as the big Sunday play. All for $300. Get on board today, guys. I look forward to working with each and every single one of you. Let's have a great day today. And remember, I can't stress this enough. Always bet within your means. You guys got bills to pay. Take care of the bills first, all right? Good luck. Always bet within your means. Kentucky, Tennessee, can somebody finally score for us, please? Get the scoring party started. We'll probably end up at 44 points with nothing in the first quarter. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday, win, or Saturday, win, lose, or draw. We'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, and it's going to be a good day. All right, guys, good luck. Scott says group hug. Have a lucky day. Absolutely same to you guys. And let's pound the books. Good luck, everybody. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. We'll see you guys later. Who knows? Maybe I'll pop up live later. Probably not. Probably pop up live on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter. All right, guys, take it easy, everybody. Have a great day.